Welcome to Rocket Triple X Radio, coming to you live on DemonSeedRadioNetwork.com. I'm Julie Rocket, and you can catch our episodes on YouTube. Go to youtube.com/lowercase c/RocketXXX Radio to catch it live on YouTube. And you can catch our previous episodes on SoundCloud for free. All the episodes you can catch and relive all the fun, hilariousness, educational values, and all that good stuff. And now a word from our sponsors. You can hit up Mike at xtaxpros.com. Him and his team are very knowledgeable in all that financial stuff, accounting, payroll. Even if you have questions from previous taxes, you can ask Mike and he will help you save more money, even find lost money, and help you get as much back as you can from the IRS. So go see Mike, xtaxpros.com. And then all that money you save from the X-Tax Pros, you can purchase some Spunk Lube to help you fit all those body parts or toys in those orifices and fun things that you want to try. Check out spunklube.com. Then you'll work up an appetite at Jessie Rae's Barbecue. It has wonderful, wonderful meat that just falls right off the bone. Check out the Maniac fries and the brisket and the beef and all that deliciousness. Check out Jessie Rae's Barbecue in Las Vegas here. And then you're going to have a craving for something sweet and delightful. Check out Pink Box Donuts. We have 3 convenient locations in Las Vegas, and they are open 24 hours. So any time of the day, you can pick up a nice sweet treat, a donut, a cream-filled, jelly-filled, whatever your heart desires. Check out Pink Box Donuts. And then, you got to work off all those extra calories. Go to the Green Door, have some fun, swinging, participate in the fantasy, just watch, have some fun. Naughtiness, we won't tell Santa. So come by the Green Door in Las Vegas and have some kinky fun. And now we have our lovely guests. We have Tyler, Victoria, and Frankie from Therapy Zine. And they're going to tell us a wonderful event coming next Saturday. So tell us a little about it, how your company started, all that good stuff.
Oh,
I know, put you on the spot now.
Well, Frankie, you go ahead because you met Tyler through Gamer. So
yeah, I met Tyler through Gamer, and sorry. I met Tyler through Gamer, and we started just talking. And Anyanka actually wanted us to collab for a while.
Oh, okay. So you met just like gaming and everything?
Yeah, like through the Las Vegas Gamers.
Okay.
And I started therapy back in August, and now we have 5 issues.
yeah,
Awesome.
Yeah.
pretty much.
Cool.
And then I'm the creator and founder of the Las Vegas Gamers. My name is Tyler. We've been running the Phoenix tournaments, like little video game nights and things there for a little while. And Frankie did an interview piece in one of his zines on Anyanka Vergon, who's the drag queen host that we have.
Yes. We've talked about Anyanka many times.
Many times, I'm sure.
And
she's
wonderful.
She's the queen. We bow.
She is. We all talk to her.
Yes, absolutely.
And then
Her ears burning
Watch, I get a text
for a
message
good
right now.
reason. Yes.
And then we figured that we could, collab, do an event together with the Las Vegas Gamers and therapy together.
Cool. And what's the main focus of the event on Saturday?
So it's to keep Therapy Zine going. So because I do everything. I make the magazine. I want to eventually get it to be regularly printed, and I don't have the money to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it went a lot faster than we expected.
Yes.
Because when we had this idea, it was after LA Pride, and
Oh, okay.
yeah, absolutely. So we were in the Airbnb, and we were just like, we should do something like this, like for Vegas, because when we saw how Los Angeles did their, Pride
yeah.
and stuff like that, I was like, we are the city of sin, and we don't have any of that at all. That's wild.
We just
That's crazy.
became like really inspired to like do something for the community, and I don't know. On Father's Day of this year, in August, I fractured my spine. I lost my job, and I was just bedridden. And I decided to mess around with InDesign. I started like just teaching myself that because getting into graphic design more, trying to find those kind of jobs. And I just was like, hey, do you guys want to start a zine? I'm like, I think it'd be fun. And then we got invited to this event called Cozy at the center, and it's like, okay, we got 3 weeks to make it, and all that. And it's just like, kind of just like all.
It was like
a little
boom,
time
boom,
pressure
boom.
to
Yeah.
make you focus and really hit it out. And then sometimes the greatest inspiration comes from when you're under pressure and you're like,
Oh,
oh,
yeah.
what am I gonna do? And then all of a sudden it just clicks and comes together, and you're like, have this wonderful piece of artwork or
Yeah.
a creative zine and all that good stuff. It's cool how in a negative situation, great
Something-
positive stuff
yeah.
comes from it. So
Yeah.
in the big picture, you're like, oh, okay, now I see. Sometimes you see the reason of why things happen for a reason. Like, oh, okay, it was to put me in this specific spot, and like it
Absolutely.
leads you to a certain outcome. You're like, oh, okay, because I know at the time sometimes you're like, why is this negative stuff happening? Why am I doing this? I didn't do anything wrong. I was being good to karma, and then you're like, oh, okay. Sometimes it takes years, sometimes it takes months for you to
Yeah.
like see, oh, okay, this is why things come full circle, or why things happen for a reason. So that's cool.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Can you give us a little more background about Therapy Z? Like, who is it for? Who's it focused? Or the background.
Well, pretty much. So just growing up in Vegas, like just as an artist in Vegas, I just didn't really like ever find anything just like specifically queer, and just like kind of like a space to where like people can go and just express themselves without no judgment, and
Yes.
just like not have to pay to have something on a wall in downtown or something like that.
Oh, that's cool.
And so I was like, I'd never charge anybody to be a part of it, like even when it like gets a little bit bigger. And so I feel like I'd lose that integrity if
Yeah.
I did that. So I just wanted to give people a space to be able to express themselves, no judgment, no nothing.
Yeah.
And just, yeah, that was,
Oh, that's cool. What are some examples you have so far that people who've participated and share their artwork with Therapy Z?
well, she's actually a really good example.
Yeah.
Oh, right here,
thought I was
right
like-
in the midst.
Yeah. Well,
She was just gonna be helping me, but no, she submits like every month.
yeah. So when he had the idea, and he's all like, "Well, because when we did the event for the Cozy at the center, he needed artists and stuff like that. It started with our friends, our
Yeah.
families, and
Yeah.
we were just like, all right, it doesn't matter if you're a good writer, it doesn't matter if you're a good artist or whatever the case may be, because all that stuff is subjective.
It is,
Just
yeah.
do whatever you feel comfortable, putting out there, making sure that you have a voice in what you said. And so my article was about me coming out like publicly. I mean, my friends know, and the people that are close to me know, but like just publicly being like, all right, I'm out. Here I am. I don't know what that means,
Yeah.
but like I'm out here, you know what I mean? And it's kind of odd because I don't know labels too well, but like, whoever I vibe with, trans, another woman, whatever the case may be. I mean, as long as we vibe really well together,
Yeah.
I don't care.
And that's cool. That's what we
yeah.
like to promote. Positivity about anything. You do you like this, you don't like this. Hey, at least you tried it. Here you go. And that's awesome that now there's a space
Yeah.
for anyone to just share their creativity, and whether it's writing or artwork, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Amateurs, professionals, just whatever. I just want everybody to feel comfortable just submitting to it.
Yeah.
That's
like,
awesome.
That's the whole point.
Cool. So this next Saturday is a fundraiser of sorts to
Yeah.
help with Therapy Zine. Okay. Can you give us details like the time, place, how they can send money or donate or whatever?
So we're doing tickets on the Facebook to where you can buy into the drunk painting contest,
Okay.
and you're gonna get a free shot with that also, like so you can get.
So you get started.
Get started.
Yeah.
And all that.
Champagne's not called that for a reason.
You can buy in.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
when you're
at the
there.
bar as well. You don't have to buy them on Facebook, but it's a $15 buy-in.
Okay.
The proceeds are going to Therapy Zine so that they
Awesome.
can continue to create what they create.
We're gonna also have art from different or local artists and stuff like that, kind of putting it out there if anybody wants to buy that kind of stuff. I know there's a jewelry maker as well that's gonna
Person,
be
Madison J. Divine, she is going to be performing, and
Oh,
she
awesome.
also does hand painted clothing.
Yeah.
And is going to
Oh,
be
that's cool.
doing that. This
That sounds
band called
awesome.
Head Gore, who is in the zine, they're gonna be selling some of their merch. Yeah, got a lot of people. I got a spanking demo.
Yes.
Oh,
By,
so art of a wide variety.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Oh, we
That's the
don't
whole
judge.
point. It's just-
we don't
That's
judge.
awesome.
Absolutely.
Just eclecticness. That's
Yeah.
just all I want.
And we do have performers and stuff like that. That's going to be there. Obviously, Ayanka's going to be one of the performers.
She's gotta
Of
be.
course.
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
We have a rapper. We have another singer. Just like different arts, not just
Nice.
visual, but as well as musically,
Performing arts
Yeah,
and visual. Oh, that's
absolutely.
awesome.
Yeah, so it's going to be a fun time. So.
And
yeah.
then in tandem with that, the Las Vegas Gamers is also going to be running a Mario Kart tournament. That's going to have a $5 buy-in for it, and then proceeds for that will also be going to therapy.
Cool. So you can play video games, buy some art, paint.
All kinds of
And
things.
just
It's
have
gonna
all
be an
kinds of
insane night. It's,
fun.
it starts at
8.
Yep,
Eight.
it starts at 8.
Okay.
Painting starts at 8, like introduction for the show, all that starts at 8.
Yeah.
And then performances will start at 9.
9. Yeah.
Okay.
And and so I basically give the artist a choice whether they want to donate some of their art for it to go to the fundraiser or it goes to them. So it's their choice. I don't want
Oh,
to
okay.
Yeah.
I don't want to ever make them be like, okay, you have to give me your money. It's just
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So
I
it's nice
wanna-
that they
so
have a
it
choice.
goes
It's
it goes
open.
to them too. So
Absolutely.
So like
it's
it,
not
it is a
just-
therapy fundraiser, but
Yeah.
like other people are also like fundraising.
Benefiting.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's
Yeah.
so
Spreading
Now,
the wealth.
Yeah.
have you guys
Awesome.
thought about turning it into a charity?
What?
And actually filing for charity status?
Well, so we have thought about different ways of how therapy is gonna go.
she's the business person. She's the one who got me more business minded about things.
Well, because the artists, they're very,
they're very just
oh,
creative, head in the clouds
yes.
kind of thing.
And I love that. Don't get me wrong,
Yeah,
but
you
then
need
I'm
that,
just like, we need to get paid. we need to get paid. So
She keeps her feet on the ground.
Oh, absolutely. So I have thought about maybe making it into a nonprofit or maybe making it in getting an LLC. I'm still trying to think of like where, because here's the thing, we didn't know therapy was going to be as big as it is. We had no
But
idea.
you have a great idea.
Yeah.
And it's
Like
awesome.
honestly, we thought like, okay, we're just gonna do this like, bi-monthly or something like that every once in a while. And then we just got such a big, like support. Like everybody was just like, oh my gosh, this is really good.
Yeah.
This could be really
my favorite
big.
thing is like the letters, like when somebody will relate to something, and especially like just an example. I'm not gonna call it my friend, but like she put something in, and she was just so like just like, oh, it's not good, it's not good. It's the most thing anybody ever messages that they're like, I relate to that so much. It's like,
Yeah.
Wow.
And so I told her
that's
that,
so
and she-
that's
yeah.
that's touching when especially if she sees that other people are relating and
Yeah.
can really feel connected to something that she shared and the other artists shared. I'm sure that's across the board. Someone connects with it, and that's awesome that you're providing that platform for others, especially here in Vegas when there's so many diverse people. And they need a place where they can share and connect and just,
yeah.
have a safe place that's non-judgmental. Hey, share this, share that, whatever it is. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So good luck with whatever direction you're going. We're here to support you with whatever that turns out.
Oh yeah,
That's
thank you so
awesome.
much. Like we really do appreciate being here and being able to, share our message and being able to ask any of you guys, if you guys want to submit or whatever the case may be, you can send it through our Instagram. You can also email Frankie.
FrankieFrancescoR@gmail.com.
Yeah, send. If you know anybody that's an artist or whatever the case may be, we're trying to make this event more of a monthly thing, trying to make it even bigger because we realized that we got a lot of performers and stuff like that. So we were just like, okay, let's
take
get
it-
let's
take
take
it IRL. We want to go IRL.
yeah,
not
so
just
now
like
we're
the
just
magazine.
like, okay, we had all these artists that are like, hey, I want to be a part of this. I'm like, okay, now we got to do events.
Yep.
So
Now you have
it's
a
a
way
different
to-
avenue
yeah.
of
Yeah.
like doing stuff now. So we're really excited. I mean, 2019 really pulled us through
Oh,
the
God.
ringer.
It kicked our ass, and it like really like did good things too.
Yeah, absolutely. Because this brought, this therapy, came to about, So 2020, here we come.
Here we come.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can you share your social media, like where they can find you again? Instagram, do you have Twitter, all that stuff?
Absolutely.
So I'm for mugs on everything. FORMUGS. Therapy is Therapy Zine. Everywhere on everything. Victoria
Okay.
is.
Yeah, and then I am Alluring Enigma.
How she spells it though?
I spell it differently because it was taken. So
Yes.
it was.
That's the part about social media, yes.
Yes, it's like, oh, I thought this was super cute. Yeah, so did 10,000 other people did too. So it is spelled for LLURINGE, but it's not an E, it's a 3. So it's 3NGIMA.
I think it's just MA. Oh my god, it's on the flyer.
We'll put it on our website
Yes.
and
It's
we'll
on
put
the
it that
flyer
way.
too.
But
You
yeah,
can just
that is my
click it.
Instagram. Definitely follow me, chat, DM, whatever the case may be, So yeah,
And then I'm TBucket94, basically everywhere on the entire internet.
I love you. I love
And
you
then
so much.
you can also find the Las Vegas Gamers on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, all kinds of different things just at Las Vegas Gamers. It's Las Vegas Gaymers. G-A-Y.
I was going to say, is it spelled the same
Las
or
Vegas
differently?
Gaymers.
Yes.
Everywhere on the internet.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Ha.
Ha, ha.
Now, I have a question. Being
Question and answer
in the gay
time.
community, I've been. Is it good? I've been to Pride Festival in Chicago, New York. I've been to Pride Festival in San Francisco, LA. I've been pretty much anywhere where they have them. I've been there.
He's a world traveler.
My issue with the Pride Festival here in Vegas is I see it more as a festival for the straights,
Yeah.
trying to be, hey, I'm a part of it, but then as soon as it's over, boom, it's gone. Do you guys see that in the community as well?
Ooh, Tyler, we were just talking about this. Oh my God, we were. Go ahead.
Wow.
He's gonna go first because he had so much. Look at fixing his hair. He's like,
Okay,
"Alright."
get ready.
I will keep
Close.
things as vague as I possibly can.
Yeah.
But I have never really been the biggest fan of the Las Vegas Pride scene. I've been living in Las Vegas for 8 years now. I came from Tucson, Arizona, and Tucson, Arizona has a better Pride than
Wow.
Las Vegas.
Isn't that crazy?
Wow.
That is insane to me.
That is insane.
I've never
Tucson,
really,
Arizona.
I know.
What do you do there?
Nothing.
So Tucson, it's the lower half of it. That's where like all the Hispanic culture is. That's where all of like the art, the food, the culture,
Oh,
everything great
okay.
like that. Everything north of Central is just old retired racists. That's all
yeah.
that Tucson is.
You're like, oh, I crossed that line.
We're
All
in
right.
racist territory
Yeah.
now.
Wait, step back over. Okay.
Yeah, okay, we're good now.
Yeah.
Oh, we're good.
Yeah.
Can we get some tacos?
Yeah.
But
wrong direction.
so I've never really felt like there's been too much of a community for the queer community in Las Vegas in general, and especially when I go to Pride, I'm walking around and I'm looking at, well, that's that corporation's booth, that's that corporation's
Yeah.
booth, and that place is selling a slice of pizza for $15.
Yeah.
How is somebody that, if they're financially insecure, how are they supposed to be able to go to Pride, spend $20 on a ticket, and then be able to afford anything that's at Pride? I feel like Pride should be more open and for everybody, especially for queer youth that doesn't have another place to go.
Yeah. I totally agree with you. When we went to LA Pride, it was the most eye-opening thing to me because I stopped going to Pride here. I mean, I'm from Vegas. I've been here most of my life, and when I went to LA Pride, it was just like, not only just like, people like us, but it was also like families, like queer families
okay.
and stuff like that went to the parade and stuff like that. And I was just in shock to see like, people with their kids as well as, their families and stuff like that. It was just so beautiful and just, I don't know, it makes me emotional.
Now, that was one of the things that, because we have 3 kids, and as they got to that age where we can explain to them what was going on, we would take them and introduce them to the Pride life.
Yeah.
Our daughter was the last one, and it was the last Pride that was held during the summer, during actual Pride Month. They stopped it because
It's hot.
It was
drag queens were melting. But
Yeah.
at one point, because our daughter wanted to tip the performer, and I actually videoed her as she went to the stage, and once she realized that it wasn't what she thought, she comes running back screaming, and then afterwards we took her over and introduced
eyes were
her.
open.
This way she could understand that, hey, there's, it's the rainbow for a reason, because there's, flavors of everything.
Yeah.
All kinds
But
of people.
that was the last Pride Festival that was free. Now they charge to get in. The booths are all corporatized, and I would be concerned on how much money is actually going back into the gay community, the lesbian community, the trans community, which is extremely, the trans community.
Underprivileged.
They can't get jobs because nobody will hire them.
Yeah.
And they actually a lot of the trans community end up turning to sex work.
Yeah.
And then they wonder, people are like, oh, but why?
Yeah.
Well, because nobody will hire them.
Exactly.
All of these
That's the rest of the
companies come out of the
situation.
woodwork
They make it
saying how much they support the community, but then as soon as Pride is over,
Oh yeah.
they're
Oh
gone.
my God! Don't even get me started on rainbow capitalism.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And
Rainbow capitalism drives me absolutely wild. I think it's insane that a company can brandish itself with a rainbow on their packet of fries for a month, and then for the rest of the year, they're undervaluing their employees and pushing queer communities out.
yeah. And one of the things that makes me really sad is like the center is a nonprofit, and they're solely standing because of pure donations. Everyone that works there are pretty much volunteers. Like there's not, even the CEO, who is the CEO, is not getting paid CEO money, at all whatsoever. And it's just wild to me to think that, this year they did make a big festival and they brought in a third party to make it big.
It was fun. It was fun.
It was
the
fun.
first funnish one I've been to.
Yeah, it was super fun, and it kind of reminded me of LA Pride, but also it's just like how much of that money went to the center.
Went back to
Oh, and not only
supposed to
that, but
support.
twice in a row that the building was vandalized.
Yeah,
And
yeah, it
the
did.
second time almost cost them completely because they didn't have the money
Exactly.
to do the repairs. And of course, the city will
The
come
fire
in.
and the graffiti, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And then the city comes in and says, hey, if you don't have this fixed, because it's right down the street from Fremont, and they're doing that whole Fremont, revitalization. To me, it's almost like they're setting them up for failure.
failure, yeah.
Absolutely.
You're asking a nonprofit to spend an exorbitant amount of money. How do you expect them to do that?
Yeah.
They can't.
I know, Clear's nonprofit. They need money.
Why wouldn't the
They don't-
city
city
offer
should
to
take
help
over.
out the queer community?
Yeah.
They talk a big talk, I watch the what do you call the town hall meetings that they have every day, and they talk a big, good talk, but
Where's
as soon
the
as-
action?
There is no action.
There is
Yeah.
Exactly.
Where is
Follow
the
through,
action?
And to
action,
me,
commitment
that
to
is the
what you
biggest
said.
slap in the face.
Yeah.
Because I've been around the gay community forever. Again, I spent over 25 years trying to get my mom to come out. Ain't gonna happen.
She's
right?
so sweet.
Yeah, she won't come out because she's afraid I'm going to dump her. Makes no sense. But hey, but it's a slap in the face to not just the gay community, but to the straight community. We should be supporting everybody,
Yeah.
not just picking
Humanity
and
in
choosing.
general.
But
Support your fellow human.
Exactly.
that's-
Exactly.
I mean, I look at it like this. She's always Julie's always telling me, oh, yeah, you just don't like people. I was like, I'm an equal opportunity hater.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
There are
Exactly.
there are shithole people in every community, whether
Absolutely.
it's gay,
Yeah.
whether it's straight. When the whole marriage thing came about, I was like, why the fuck shouldn't they get married and be just as miserable as us? I mean, I said it as a joke, but technically speaking, a lot of the gay couples that get married, they last longer than straight couples
Isn't
because
that
they've
wild?
gone through the same fire and tribulations,
Absolutely.
and so they have that connection. But I've seen people get all upset over the fact that, oh, it's a gay couple adopting a baby. We need to adopt more babies.
There's
there are too many
so
fucking
many-
babies out there with no home.
Right.
Exactly.
There's a lot of children.
Like, oh, you
out
don't want
there.
gay people adopting kids? Do you want to adopt them then?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Well, then you
Just-
adopt
here's
your
the paperwork.
Yeah,
Have,
I don't
have
I,
a baby.
I don't
Exactly.
understand that. It's frustrating, and I know because working in the porn industry, we deal with all kinds of shit. But
You're such a dork.
literally and figuratively.
well, that is a fetish that I'm not doing. Okay.
Hey, sometimes accidents happen also. Previous meal of Taco Bell.
Oh God,
You know, sometimes.
Taco Schmel.
Yeah.
But I have to say, since starting, working with Anyanka, helping her with behind the wigs and behind, doing all this stuff behind the scenes with her, I enjoy the community because everyone is nice. I mean, there are some out there that you just like to slap a bitch, but for the most part, I have had nothing but positive reinforcement for the people that I've engaged with. I can't say that with the straight community
No,
at all.
no. And they feel it, they have their version of privilege as well because they feel like they can say the things that they can say. And I mean, to me, it's like if you want to learn, you can, because nobody is going to push you away. I promise you. You know what I mean? If you want to come and talk to us and ask these questions, you said a
one-
really good saying. What was it? Say it again.
So I didn't make it up. I've heard it somewhere. So it's
He's making sure he's not plagiarizing.
So
Yeah.
it's
He's not
like
stealing credit.
like once you've been like educated on something, you're no longer ignorant. You're just an asshole. Like,
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
just,
that's true.
it's
That's
just
true.
the facts.
Yeah.
So, I mean, do you want to be an asshole or do you want to be educated?
Yeah.
You know? So.
And also keep in mind, if you do want to be educated, Google is out there. Don't expect some random person on Facebook
Google?
to give you every single definition of every single queer
exactly.
identity just because they happen to be queer. Like, you can look it up too. I had to look it all up
Google
one
is out
time.
there.
Yeah.
I looked it up. I learned.
Yeah.
Just
We
go
all
to
did.
Yahoo Answers.
Exactly.
Excuse me?
Yahoo Answers. You're silly.
Next, you're gonna tell me you use Bing.
Ask, wait, ask Jeeves.
Ask Jeeves.
Oh, wow.
Good lord.
Oh,
Way back when. Yeah.
oh yeah.
In your ideal world, what would your be perfect Pride Festival? Like, what would they do?
For
Who would
me,
be there?
for me,
How
I
would
want it to
benefit?
be. I want it to be not just gay centric. That's the whole point of therapy. Is that I literally want it to just be queer. Just that's how it's an umbrella term to me. Not to everybody, but it's an umbrella term to me. I just want it to be queer. Just non-binary, intersex, trans. Just everybody feels welcome there, and that's how I'd like Pride to be, and that's how I want our events to be.
Yeah, okay.
That's how I want them
That'd
to
be
be going
awesome.
forward. Like we were talking about how our next event that we want to do, we want it to be lesbian because there's not enough lesbian in Vegas.
my
Got
gosh.
excited.
Ready? So the reason why that came up was because when we do go to festival and stuff like that, and there is a lesbian, theme or whatever the case may be, we get, where was it? It was all the way in the back in
Oh,
a
yeah.
random place where I was like, where in the map is this? And it had a little tent.
You
And
get the
if,
broom closet stuck in the way back.
and if you
They were
did
so
not
sweet.
know,
They were so sweet.
they were
but,
so
like,
sweet. But if you did not know where this place was, you would not find it, at all. And even I was watching a Vox YouTube video, and they were doing an interview about how there's no more lesbian bars and stuff like that at all in the whole country.
Like, not an exaggeration. There literally
There's
zero.
none. Mm-mm. The
Oh,
last
wow.
one was
Really?
the last one was in San Francisco, and that one closed
Wow.
down. Yeah. So once
Wow.
in the whole country.
The whole, wow.
Yeah, and
Sad.
when we went to
scary.
another event here in town or whatever, they came from Texas to do the event here. And how many people were there? 15.
That's
15.
all?
Yeah.
Wow.
And they posted and marketed and all that other
Yeah.
stuff. They only had 15 people.
Now, do
my
you think
goodness.
that the decline in the lesbian bars and establishments and stuff like that fall under, I guess, you got the, what do they call them, TERFs?
Oh, yeah.
Well, turf would definitely like be a certain part of that, but I think the biggest thing is the sexism and the misogyny within the queer community itself, and the invalidation of any sort of female or femme individuals in general, or even like you said, any sort of femininity. I think it's all
Even gays look down at.
it's all
Other
shoved to
gays
the
for being
side for cis white men with six packs.
Yeah.
Mask for mask.
Mask for
It's
mask.
just
If you're any sort of effeminate or just not them and not somebody that they can be sexually attracted to, I feel like you're illegitimate to them.
And we see that a lot in the adult community, in the adult industry.
Yeah.
A lot of the guys that do gay for pay, or they are, full-fledged, they're gay, they announce it, they're proud of it, but their fan base, they're cheap as shit.
Yeah.
I mean, they
Yeah.
are cheap. And God forbid you don't have the six-pack or the chiseled
Yeah.
chest and the chiseled chin. You have certain niches, bears, cubs, beavers, and the list
Otters,
goes on.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I've seen that, and talking to some of the gay performers, that's their biggest issue is, if I gained 5 pounds, I just lost 100,000 followers,
Wow.
and my sales are through the bottom. So they're extremely catty.
Yeah.
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 So I don't understand it. It's similar to the adult industry, like in the BBW community. If they quit fighting amongst themselves, they would get somewhere.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I guess the two worlds aren't quite so different in regards to
Yeah.
what they're dealing with,
How they treat others.
how they treat one another,
More
the
love.
stigma of each individual group. I mean, because we used to do the comedy shows there at the center.
Oh, yeah. It was a few years ago.
Yeah, that was where we met Rebecca Love,
Yeah, they had a.
who
Comedy.
I recognized her but didn't quite know who she was. When I looked her up,
She looks.
she ruined my camping spot.
Yeah.
I'm probably the only guy on the planet that was looking at the rocks behind her as she's naked, doing her thing.
The hills have
But
eyes.
she shot, The Hills Have Thighs was shot in the Alabama hills, and that scene was shot right in front of where we go camping.
And they're very distinctive
They're
rocks.
very distinctive
they're like
rocks.
rounded,
So
very
I
rounded,
cannot go there
stacked
again.
well,
I'm
you
afraid of
can.
naked women jumping
You
out.
just have an image predisposed, in your brain, and it'll be hard to just, roast marshmallows without thinking of that.
Exactly.
Oh, someone's boobs are around here. Oh, give me another graham cracker.
I mean, that is a fetish if you want to eat.
It is.
That is true.
Yeah.
But one of the things that when we started doing the porn and all that, I look at it like this. It's almost like combat. You can talk all day long about how good you are. Yeah, I can deal with combat. I looked at it like, okay, I am totally comfortable being in the environment, the gay environment and all that. But I had never been actually put to the test.
Oh, yeah.
We shot a
I
scene.
seen.
We shot a scene with Jackson Wheeler and Colby Jansen.
Yeah.
And the beginning of the scene is, she walks in and catches them in the shower. So the first 10 minutes of the
Supposed to be
scene, I'm
offended.
filming them in the bathroom. And after everything was done and over, I was like,
I thought it was a very hot scene.
she loved it.
I did.
Well, gay porn is one of your favorites. So,
I love all kinds of porn.
Yeah.
but afterwards, I could actually and honestly say, I'm okay. Because I had been exposed to it front and center.
Yeah. Live
you can
action.
definitely say that.
And I didn't
In
freak
the
out.
shower and everything.
I didn't freak out. Matter of fact, when I was editing, the only thing that I was concerned with, because it was a bathroom, there's mirrors. And
Reflective
I
surfaces.
did not show up in any of the reflective surfaces. So I was like totally cool about that.
Well
but
done.
it was the fact that, oh yeah, I'm good with the gay community. I'm good with it. I'm good with it. But I had never really been, had my feet to the fire. And it was just,
That's one way to do it.
It was just a job.
Yeah.
I did my job, moved on, but then afterwards I'm like, I wasn't, I didn't freak out. I didn't, a lot of straights, when they're exposed to, gay behavior, freak the fuck out.
Yeah.
And it's not the fact that they hate whoever it is. It's similar to the masturbation. You ask a guy if they masturbate, and they say no, they're lying.
Obviously.
If you ask a guy if he's ever thought about being with another guy, and they say no, they're lying.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, 100%.
I did not know that. That is something new to me.
Psychologically,
Our show is
it's,
also very educational.
Oh,
It's,
I
it's
love
a thought
that.
that's
I did
just
not know
gone
that.
across your head.
it does.
You have
yeah,
a
'cause
lot
you're-
of thoughts in a day.
Who are you attracted to? Everybody.
I'm attracted to everybody, so
Me
it's
too.
not. Yes. I was
I'm
like, I
like-
don't really have a preference. So just like me, I'm like, oh, we vibe, cool.
Exactly.
I'm like
So-
as gay as they come, but still customers can come through my store and I'm like, damn, she is so hot.
Yeah, you like
I would
compliment them to
still.
their outfit, whoever gay, straight, or whatever.
Yeah.
I'd be like, those are lovely
No,
boobs.
no, no.
or
When we
nice
first got
shirt or
together, she
whatever.
kept talking about girls' asses, and I thought it was a trap. So I avoided it. But then I realized she's actually looking at those girls' asses.
I look at everybody. Yeah.
I know you like you.
I do like. I like
You're
it.
universal.
I am.
You're a universal slut.
I love it.
I think, and
I
I
don't
think like with
judge.
that, I think the biggest lesson I learned was I have to just be as gay as I possibly can be when I do talk to those ladies, so that they don't think I'm trying to be a predator.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, oh my god, I love
You
your
really.
nails,
It's like,
your
yes,
sweater, the whole look. I love it.
I love you. Yes.
I do the whole pseudo gay straight best friend type thing because that was one of the things that I doing photos and videos. That was one of the first things I found out about the adult industry. There's some shitty fucking people.
Oh,
Yeah.
There's some shady fuckers.
There's guys that, oh yeah, I'll do your photos, but then you don't get them unless you fuck them.
Yeah. Isn't that wild?
I'm one of those weird ones. She can do whatever she wants. That's her business. I'm married. As far as I'm concerned, that's it. I'm married. People are like, that don't make no sense.
It makes sense.
His logic.
Yeah, it makes sense to
It works
me.
for us.
Yeah.
And not everything works for everyone. The same
Exactly.
scenario can't be played out for everyone.
Exactly.
Everyone has to adapt and adjust a little bit here and there.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It's just wild how that comes out. Yeah.
It is.
I think where a lot of like monogamous people get confused too is like their definition of cheating. Not everybody's definition of cheating is going to be the same thing.
Right.
Like you hear, oh, they slept with another person. You think, oh, they cheated on you. Like, no, that's our agreement. They didn't
Yeah.
cheat on what
Yeah.
we agreed
Exactly.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Well-
Speaking about that, I love how you said that.
Uh-oh.
Oh, well, the main reason why I say that is because, like, as well as being, what is it, pansexual? Is that the person that loves
Yeah.
everybody?
Yeah.
Yes.
She just likes to call herself queer.
I do. I just say queer.
Doesn't like
It's
ladies.
easy.
so
It's
just
one
queer.
syllable instead of
Yeah.
pansexual.
I like
Three
queer.
syllables.
I like queer too.
Right. So one of the things is like me myself, I have been in polyamorous relationships. So like I have been a third in relationships and stuff like that. And trying to explain that to other people, they're like, you don't get jealous, you don't get mad, you don't get this, you don't get that. I'm like, well, I speak to them. I talk
Exactly.
to them.
Yeah.
Like,
We set up boundaries. This is
yeah,
what we all agree
we
upon.
communicate with each other.
Yeah, talk
like,
about what's
I mean,
comfortable.
one relationship that I was in, it's like me and him were in a relationship, but he was married. But his wife knew about me. Like, we had conversations and stuff like that. She didn't want to be a part of it, but she was totally fine with her husband doing her own thing.
And that works as long as you communicate.
I mean, and that's where my boundaries is like, if anybody comes to me and they're like, oh, I have a boyfriend or a girlfriend, my first thing is, do they know?
yes.
Did you communicate these things to them? Because I'm not in that realm of lying or, misleading anybody.
Being
I want
homewrecker or
everybody to,
anything, yeah.
I want everybody to know. And if she's not down with it, y'all need to have a conversation before I come in. Otherwise, I'm not here.
And that's where
Yeah.
we will run into couples, like she goes to the swingers club. She enjoys the hell out of it. Me, not so much. But people are like, oh, well, can I play with her? I was like, no, because we set up rules. You do not change the rules on the fly.
Exactly.
No secrets is the number one rule because secrets are toxic. And jealousy is a worthless and useless emotion. And those jealousy is usually tends to be self-reflection.
Yeah. Insecurities.
It's like
Securities, yep.
yeah.
she does porn. Oh, you don't get upset. No, it's a
It's a
job.
job.
She goes there. She does that. She comes home. She tells me I'm better. So that's all that matters.
That's a nice little boost.
But, you have to communicate, whether it's a
Absolutely.
polyamorous couple, polyamorous, type relationship,
Monogamous. all
monogamous.
that.
And see, humans aren't by nature monogamous.
Sorry to beat it to you guys. That's very true. like,
Variety,
you know.
If they say it takes a village.
Yeah.
You gotta try it all out.
Exactly.
Not without spunk lube, bitch.
Fun glue. And we have toys.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Little squishy dildos.
They are so fun to play with.
They're so cute.
They
No,
are.
I'm good. I'm good.
Toys on me.
I just clinched.
It's okay. We got plenty of spunk lube.
You don't have that much spunk lube.
Let me just call them up. Hey, here, I need another package.
Yeah.
Shipment.
Call straight cam Jeff. Hey, we need more. We need a drop shipment, care
Yep.
package.
Can you just send us a whole pallet? Just
Yeah.
the whole thing.
No, just the whole thing.
Whole thing.
Plenty. Just give it here. Yep.
Yep, absolutely.
No,
find a use
matter
for it.
because we just got a new drop shipment of spunk lube, so we'll have that. So this Saturday, most likely we're not doing the show live because it's right before Christmas.
Right before the holiday
So
season.
we'll get everything together, and that way we can have a kind of a rerun. So
The
that
best of
means
2019,
we
all
will
that
be
stuff.
able to go to the Phoenix.
Yes. So if you're in Vegas,
Hello.
come stop by, say
Yes.
hi, grab a sample of spunk lube also.
Who
check out the
knew
artwork.
spunk would be so fucking popular at a gay bar?
Shocking. I know. Are you?
No,
Look at my
you're
shocked
right.
face.
Well, we've had several people that came over and
I
got
was thoroughly
samples, and they're
shocked.
like, "Oh, well, I'm allergic to I have a reaction to silicone, or I have a reaction to the hybrids." I'm like,
They have other
they have other
varieties.
varieties. They have the water base, which is pink. It's not the typical, what looks like spunk. They have a natural one that is
Nice.
coconut and avocado oil.
I love that.
Yeah,
So
it
it's
will.
all
You'll run
natural.
dry before it
That I need
does.
to
So
try.
we got- yes.
I was like, there are things I need to try. All right. Thank you. All the information.
Matter of fact, I think we have some of the sample bottles of the
think so.
natural. We'll bring it on Tuesday.
When?
Saturday. Saturday. So
Monday,
we'll bring it on
Tuesday,
Tuesday too.
A day that ends in Y.
A day that ends in
We'll
Y.
be there.
Is that when you spread your legs?
I mean,
I do.
Oh no, you ought to see us when we're at the at the store shopping.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be like, "Hey, whore, look at this," and she's like, "Oh, what?" And people look at us like, "What the fuck?"
what is
It's
going
a term
on?
of endearment, but other people don't really
Or
understand.
we'll do the thing where I call her Pavlov's bitch.
Yep, he's trained
Over
well.
over
Yeah.
the years, when she hits that orgasm, I would hit pressure points.
Yeah.
And after a while, the body
true.
remembers. You have muscle memory.
Muscle
Yeah.
memory.
So I'll hit those points when we're in the store and watch it just
Oh,
fall
yeah.
to the ground,
My knees will shake.
And I-
I
and I
gotta hold
run.
on to that shopping cart.
and I run.
Fuck you, goddamn! Come back here.
Run.
Rude.
I know.
Baby
Clean up, aisle
worry.
3.
I get him back through, accidents that happen.
She's broken my jaw, my arm.
They are accidents. They are accidents. I have legitimately, it was an accident.
What kind of play are y'all doing? I mean,
To her defense, I told her to write my
See?
face.
It
I
was
told
an
her to write it
accident.
like she owns it. She did, and she dislocated my jaw on both sides. It took me about 20 minutes because it takes about
I felt
25
really
to
bad.
30 pounds of pressure to drop the jaw.
bitch,
back in.
what is you doing? I'm like, let me know.
I'm
Let
concerned.
me know.
What doesn't kill him makes him stronger.
She thought I was about to,
He is very
finish,
strong now.
and she's like getting all excited, but then she ran out of steam and just kind of fell over. I sat up.
I know, I thought he was
'cause
ready.
I hadn't been able to breathe for almost 5 minutes.
So he was convulsing. I was
I
like,
was
oh,
convulsing
fuck.
because I had no
I
oxygen.
misread his body signals.
Whoa, I love this
Yeah.
story.
So I sat up. I put everything.
I felt bad.
It took me about a half hour to recover.
I know, I felt so
I
bad.
put everything back in its place, and then I'm like, "Let's go."
I
And
was
she's
like,
like,
no,
no.
no.
I'm
At
like,
least 24
what
hours.
happens when you fall off the horse?
You get right back on.
Just in this case, my face is the saddle and you're the rider.
I felt so bad.
She did for like
'Cause
2
I didn't
days.
even, I couldn't tell or anything, and his arms were pinned where he couldn't like pinch or push me off or anything. So luckily though, I was spent and falling over because I would not have wanted to make that call to the paramedics.
Oh, no, 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 no.
Have
I'd
you
have been
had
like,
awkward conversations to the paramedics? I just want to let you know.
Luckily,
I mean-
his history as a medic in the Army
Army and then the Navy.
and the Navy has served him well.
Ooh, very
So
good.
He knows how to do a lot of fixing up himself.
My
avoid
rule of
those
thumb is
awkward
I'm
phone
not going to
calls.
pay somebody to do something I can just do myself.
So you just
Yeah.
put duct tape on it. That's pretty much
Duct
it.
tape and super glue.
Duct
Super
tape.
glue?
Yep.
Okay.
The only time
Rub
I
some dirt on it?
the only
Yeah.
time I did something,
All better.
she broke my ocular cavity. It was an accident. She was sleeping and her elbow hit me in the eye. I could not. There's no way I can fix that. And the nerves that are around the eye are
Are
sensitive.
you a sadist?
She is. I'm a masochist.
I think in a
Just let me
past
know.
life I must have been.
Okay.
She's a Catholic schoolgirl.
Ooh.
And those rumors are true too.
But then, yeah, when I went to the hospital, because I can't fix that, and with all the nerves around the
Get back
eye,
together later.
they kept trying to get me to tell them that I was a abused husband,
And he wasn't.
and I wasn't. It was an accident. But if I would have said something, the state here doesn't need a victim to file charges,
Yeah, they don't.
and us. And we've talked to people in the BDSM community. There is no such thing as consent to assault. So if I would have said, yeah, my wife did it, it was an accident, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, no.
And especially with a guy being on the injured list, they are pining for guys to, oh, well, he's a victim, he's a victim. So I just told him I hit it on a doorknob and
I know.
checked myself
couldn't
out.
think of a better story.
Which, after I done that, I'm like,
Doorknob.
oh,
I know.
that's probably not the best of.
I mean,
You could
that's
have
the
said like the
that's a
freezer
classic
door.
yeah, the classic
You could have
excuse.
cabinet.
I know. That's
Well, I was
all
trying to
think
go
about
with
that moment. Like,
it was like a
oh,
rounded shape where the
because
elbow
there's-
hit me.
Still.
But yeah.
I know.
You should have said like the corner of the door,
Yeah,
maybe.
something.
The
I should've said-
shower head.
I was playing paintball without.
Showerhead.
I was playing paintball.
Yeah, paintball. Yeah.
I was playing
Now we know
paintball
a
without
better
protection
excuse.
because I actually have a history of doing that.
Yeah, yeah. I was the dumb one who said no, because it was paintball, and for whatever reason, I was like, oh, okay. He's like, oh, I need to test out this, this gun is still working or whatever. So he told me, here, hold this empty cardboard box, and he stood about 20 feet away, not even that. And I was like, it won't hurt, it won't go through it. The double layer of the cardboard will be just fine. I'm like, oh, because I don't play
Yeah,
paintball.
sure,
yes,
I'm like,
right.
oh, okay, because you wouldn't really hurt me like this, would? I'm thinking, man, sure, I'll hold it, honey. No.
The paintball had
Boom, boom.
solidified.
I had a bruise.
And it was so
on
old that
my
the paint had actually
belly.
solidified.
Yeah, I was
So it was
pissed.
solid.
I was so pissed.
Oh no! I got it the one.
I love his face. His face is so priceless right now.
Oh my
He's
God.
like,
Just blankly.
what? These are the things you do for fun. Like, okay. Y'all have a good time. I love it.
We do have a good
Y'all
time.
have a good time.
When we first started dating, I slapped her on the ass. She broke my hand in 3 places.
I just kicked my leg out because I was trying to play and kick him on the
After I
butt.
got done at the hospital,
Yeah.
which luckily I worked at,
Oh, yeah, it was an accident.
I went and got the ring, and we were together less than a month before she decided we were getting married.
Oh, she decided.
Thought it was an adventure.
Ooh, there you go.
I
I love
know.
a dominant woman. That's what I'm talking about. Yes.
I needed a woman that wasn't going to take my shit.
And you got her.
Yeah.
And there she is.
She'll go toe to toe and whoop my ass.
I mean, she broke your hand. I mean,
broke
she's
my
like,
hand,
your
my
eye,
rib,
your jaw.
I should be an episode of Sex Sent You to the ER.
But it's okay. You got back at her by literally shooting her.
Yeah, with the paintball.
Oh, I've done that twice. Oh, is it?
Oh, and he'll do pranks on me, so he'll lay in wait for an hour and a half at a time, and I'll get distracted and do something, blah blah blah, so I won't go past wherever he's hiding for quite a while, because I'm like, oh, here a book,
Squirrel.
oh here squirrel, no, I want some cookies,
Ooh,
I
shiny.
forgot to wash some dishes, oh wait, I wanted to go eat something, so I'll putz around or whatever for a good amount of time, and he'll be there cramped up or in a little corner just waiting, and then I'll walk by, he'll scare the shit on me, I'll reach out, punch out or kick out or whatever, but he'll say it was worth it. I'm like, all right, that was worth it. Punch him in the face because you scared the shit out of me. All right,
Okay.
we're good.
There you go.
So I feel bad a little bit when I accidentally break his bones or whatever, but not that bad because he does
then
scare the shit out of me.
I
or
do.
almost pee
I
my
have
pants or
40 plus
whatever.
years of stupidity working
So-
against me.
Exactly. So I didn't do all those
So,
injuries.
you know,
I don't take blame for all of that.
I love that.
I've busted myself up so many times that the bones are like, you know,
The male
that's
stupidity.
it. We're
Oh,
just
I could
gonna
jump
give
off
up.
the roof.
No, I only did that twice.
I love
Two more times than any sane.
I wanted to be Spider-Man
Any
as a
girl would
kid,
do
so
it.
I climbed up to a two-story roof and jumped off, and I tried to stick to a wall. After I broke
He thought, oh.
bones, and once I was back in working order, my theory was I fucked up because I didn't go high enough. So I went to the third story and did it again.
Yeah, that logic. Oh.
After that, I was like, you know what? I'm changing my superhero.
You know, Batman doesn't fly technically. You know.
No, but he's got those cool gadgets that don't really work. I know because I've already done that too. I tried to get, like the back, the batarang with the attached cable. I did that, and I was in this warehouse. I got about halfway up before it snapped. So
See, so I didn't do all of his injuries.
Yeah.
I've
no,
just,
no,
you know,
Just the majority.
Just you
Just
know.
all the
I've just
fresh ones.
rebroken. I've rebroken
All the
some
fresh
of
ones.
There you go.
All the fresh ones. So, yeah.
See, kids, marriage is fun. It's very, very fun, y'all. It's super exciting.
It is.
See what you have to look forward to.
Oh, especially my sleep too. Ugh. I'm a sound sleeper, but apparently I will
Oh, yeah.
thrash.
Okay, Forky.
Yeah.
She asked for pillows. I brought her pillows. I lay down next to her. We have these L-shaped couches. As I lay down, she's like, all of a sudden, she's moving the pillow, and she starts beating the shit out of me, going, trash, 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 trash.
Like the character from Forky, Toy Story 4. It's the spork that was made into a toy, and he
She
he
beat
yells
the
trash, trash because he doesn't think he's a toy yet.
She beat
Spoiler
the
alert.
fuck out of me.
But apparently, because I watched it right before I went to sleep, and apparently I really resonated.
She
with
was
that
also in
character,
edibles?
Forky.
Oh.
Now I understand.
He's all like, oh, this makes sense now.
My day job is at a dispensary.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I
Yes.
do like that. They take away the pain, they make
Yeah.
me feel good.
I
And
totally
apparently I really
understand that.
internalized some characters.
Yes.
So you should be thankful, though, that I wasn't watching a zombie movie.
We've
with
already
some
done that,
sword
too.
Fighting or whatever. Well, that was only
I
a
wake
little-
up to
that
this,
was only a
this
little
growling
nibble.
sound.
It's only a
She's
little nibble.
chewing on my fucking rib cage. Literally.
I don't
I mean, that's a fetish too. All of these
I
things
know.
are fetishes. I mean, like,
We stopped watching The Walking Dead because of this shit.
yeah.
We came back. It was like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, and we were sitting on the couch, and she's like, "Oh," she starts going down. I pass out. She passes out. I wake up to this
That was
sound. She was choking. It could have ended badly.
What was she
I was
choking
dreaming.
on?
Uh-huh.
His penis.
His penis.
His penis.
His penis right down there.
Ma-
The penis part.
That could have ended badly.
It's the Audi.
My Audi was in her innie.
She was like doing the thing, and then they both fell asleep while she was doing the thing.
I know, because apparently I was really tired.
That seems
More
like
tired than I
an
thought I
ambient
was.
episode.
It was
I
during.
don't think I've ever like.
It was
fallen
during.
asleep on
It was during AVN.
I am a sound sleeper, and when I fall asleep, or if I'm pushed past my bedtime and I didn't like get a nap beforehand or whatever, yeah, I'll
She's
just
like,
fall
she'll
asleep.
choke on a penis, you guys.
Yeah, apparently I did.
Now, yeah, that could have ended so badly because if I would have woke up and jerked and scared her, it would have been
I had an awkward phone call for our kids at the time that were there. Yeah, that would have been. Oh.
I don't like this.
Scary,
I
scary.
just want to let you know, the gentleman that has the penises are literally just clenched.
Wincing.
They literally
wincing
crossed their
armchair.
legs.
What can I say? Oops, it was an accident.
Your pussy demon came out.
Nuts.
No, she sleep fucks.
Oh, I do. I do a lot in my sleep.
Okay.
And that
so,
whatever I do in my sleep, I claim no responsibility for because I don't remember.
Oh, what's-
My concern was you're not supposed to wake up a sleepwalker because it can disorientate them. and
Yeah.
think, what do you do when somebody climbs up on top of you? She starts going at it, and then you realize she's snoring.
Snoring later.
What the fuck?
I'm trying to
finish.
think,
Let me
like,
carry on.
how do you still stay, you know,
Out of
while
all,
she's like,
scared stiff.
what?
Scared stiff. I mean, what the fuck? She's either gonna beat the fuck out of me if I wake her up and stop her,
That
or
is
she's
a
gonna freak out
possibility.
because she doesn't know what's going on and
Yeah.
still beat the fuck out of me.
Yeah.
Either way, I'm ending with an ass kicking.
So you're just like,
You just lay there
You
complaining.
just
I guess.
you're pretty much her dildo. That's really what you are. You're just
Pretty much.
You're like a real life dildo for her. So you know.
Just call me Gumby.
Hey, you're not dead yet. You've survived, so you know you're just
I
doing well.
mean, there you go.
Yeah,
like
you're
I said,
trucking right
children,
along.
It is marriage is fun.
Oh god.
It is.
So much fun.
That's why. You know.
Find you a partner that you
Can
know.
handle it. Yep.
Absolutely.
Build that stamina.
You can
Yeah.
shoot, punch, break their jaw.
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking for.
Exactly. Like in the application of like what you want as for a partner.
What are your qualifications?
You know, can you handle this and this? I mean, you say you can, but can you really?
Yeah, can you really? Yeah.
That's when she walked
just
out with the
words on
10-inch
paper.
strap on.
Oh,
Yeah. That's why all of her toys are locked up.
Ooh.
Because I
but
don't.
you've got plenty of spunk lube.
I don't trust a bitch.
Exactly.
Exactly.
That's right.
Exactly.
No problem there.
I mean, you know, look at his face.
Your face. You know, I might just happen to be wearing it one night and.
Oh no. I brought the black gloves.
Wait, what if it's while she's asleep?
Oh,
What if she tries to
exactly.
sleep peg you?
I might have it all and fall asleep.
You can't stop her.
Randomly.
You have
Exactly.
to let her go.
Or you get an
That's
ass.
so you have
right.
to be sleep pegged.
Oh.
Never thought about that. Yeah.
He's gonna make sure they're really locked up and I thought, oh, they're into the bedroom. Where it's harder to access.
There you go.
Harder to access than. No, I'm going to make something else harder to access.
Ooh.
Chastity panties for guys.
Chastity
I'll lock that
panties for
shit up.
guys.
For a
Okay,
cage.
okay,
You know,
okay.
you
Hey, that's a
put
fetish.
There you go. It is.
everything.
It is.
You know, at this point, everything. Is a
Everything is a fetish to someone somewhere. Of course.
fetish. Exactly.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, there's some pretty strange shit out there.
There are some pretty strange shit.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting.
It is subjective because
It
you
is.
know some people are into
Some people are into some really crazy stuff.
you know,
Yeah.
but it's
That's-
crazy to us, but not
Yeah.
to them.
No,
so
yeah, that's-
to each their own.
And some things that we think
Exactly.
are really normal are crazy to other people.
Oh my gosh, that's so
Yeah.
true. Like once you
Oh.
get into the kink community, that's a whole nother ball game.
Oh,
Yeah. It's
was
very
it-
fascinating. Like,
Oh,
like that turns you on? Okay, interesting.
Was it somebody at
Yeah, I'm
the
like, oh, I want to try that.
at the
now.
Phoenix? She was drinking. I felt tipsy, which is kind of weird. But evidently, I was going around. She's like, "Oh, okay, you're comfortable with that." Our daughter had asked me to dress up to watch RuPaul,
Oh.
and I'm like, "Okay." So it took a while for me to grow the balls to do that.
Yeah.
But I came out and we sat. I came out and stood there, and she, ooh, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, you're so pretty."
You had the makeup and everything?
The whole fucking thing.
Yes.
I
I
know.
love
You look very
that.
pretty.
At one point, she looked at the photo and she's like, "Who's that?" And then it took her a second, and she realized, "Oh, that's you."
I know.
But just because, and people, evidently, I was sitting there.
I know. For whatever reason, that night, because I had those two of the drinks, the liquid marijuanas, and I had tried it before, and I was like, oh, give me a nice buzz. I drank two of them. and I
Really
didn't feel
fast.
a thing.
She drank it like
I
within
know.
5 minutes.
That was
both
like,
of them.
I don't feel a thing from this liquid marijuana, because it has like.
And I
kinds
got
of hard
chatty
alcohol.
catty all of a
And
sudden, and I'm like,
apparently,
wow.
it somehow, through osmosis or whatever, he felt the effects of all that alcohol. And I was like,
Works
nothing.
for me.
But I'm like, okay, feel free to share. I'm good with that.
I
You're
didn't.
Okay.
She told me
He
after
was
everything
sharing
that,
and
oh, you shared
pictures
this.
and telling about this.
I'm like,
I was
I
like-
what?
Yeah,
You said, huh?
I know.
Yeah.
Oh.
What is a liquid marijuana?
Yes, please. I need an
Oh,
explanation.
it's at it's one of the
because
drinks
I've
at the
never-
Phoenix. I think it's one of their signature drinks.
It's one of their signature
but
drinks.
has it's very pretty blue color. And
It's
it
like a
has,
greenish color.
greenish,
Okay.
blue, teal. But it has, I think, rum, Midori, blue Caraco, and pineapple juice, and I think one other.
There's like a couple of
Vodka,
That
alcohols.
sounds
maybe?
really good.
It was real. It's really
That
good.
sounds really tasty.
It
Is
is
it
really
strong
good.
or is it sweet? Like what's
It's
the...
more of a sweeter side because I usually like the sweeter alcohol.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Oh,
I
I
recommend.
see who's going to be hanging out on Saturday.
I recommend the
I mean,
liquid
we will be
marijuana.
there Saturday,
Yeah.
so I
We
mean,
will be
look at
there.
that.
Yeah, I mean, our event is on.
It is Saturday. Come there
The
if you are here in
21st.
Vegas. 21st at the Phoenix.
8
The
p.m.
starts at 8 p.m. You can buy tickets at the place, right? At the
Or you
bar.
can buy it
$15.
through Facebook. The Las Vegas Gamers, Therapy, the Phoenix, and Anyanka Vergon are all hosts for that event
Okay.
on Facebook. So you can
as
go
well.
to any of their
Facebook pages. Awesome.
and find the tickets through there. But you can also just buy your entry at the
Buy it
bar.
there at the
Exactly.
door. Yeah.
And that, like we said, your $15 entry will include a free shot to go along with that to get you going. We'll also have some signature cocktails throughout the night.
Ooh,
Ooh,
awesome.
it's
I
gonna
like
be
trying
fun.
new drinks.
Anyanka's bringing in her alcohol reps to work their magic for
Oh,
us.
yes.
Yeah,
Awesome.
that's
That'll
gonna be
be
super
fun.
awesome.
Super, super
Oh, now you did
excited.
mention a drunk painting. Was that an
Yes.
activity or?
Yeah, that's the
I
$15
did-
buy-in.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I used to work for the painting party. And
Oh,
so
okay.
when I was thinking about doing like a therapy event, because like I was just trying to embody the magazine.
Uh-huh.
I'm like okay. I just want to get people doing something creative, and then I guess get like the performers going after and all
Yeah.
that. And so like I was like, okay, how about we just like do a bucket and just like everybody chooses something and they gotta paint it, and if they win, they win. I don't know what we're giving out yet.
Oh, okay.
But, like,
It's a
gonna be
surprise.
It's a
something good.
surprise.
It's gonna be something
You
good.
gotta
though.
go there to
Yes,
find out
it's
what
gonna
it
be
is.
good,
There you
but-
go. Okay, awesome. So, quick shout out to our sponsors, DemonSeedRadioNetwork.com. Awesome shows on there. Check them out. And check out our episodes on YouTube and check out our website, Rocket XXX Radio. And give a quick shout out to X Tax Pros. Mike and his team are very knowledgeable about the taxes, payroll, accounting, all that financial stuff. And then all that extra money, get some Spunk Lube. Check out spunklube.com. And then Jesse Ray's Barbecue here in town. Great barbecue food, lots of delicious sides. And then go to Pink Box Donuts for some delicious treats of whatever you desire, 24 hours a day. And then, of course, check out all the naughtiness going on and the kink and fantasy at the Green Door in Las Vegas. Lots of fun stuff, especially on Saturday at the Phoenix. 8 p.m. starts the Therapy Zine Art Night. Is that what it's called? Therapy?
Yeah,
Art night.
art therapy night.
Art Therapy Night. I can't wait. It's drunk pain. That sounds like a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's
Now,
gonna be awesome.
Is it gonna be watercolors or just whatever? Or
It's I think we're gonna do acrylic.
acrylic?
Yeah, I
Okay.
think we're gonna do
Awesome.
acrylic. I still gotta get the.
I've dabbled in
pencils
all of it, so it's a lot of
It's
fun.
fun.
Yeah.
I just like,
And it's
I
just
just like
fun
to
to
get
have
people doing something
fun.
that's creative.
Yeah, hanging out, being creative, have a few drinks, and seeing the great performers, and
Absolutely.
supporting a worthy cause. That's
It's
awesome.
gonna be so eclectic too.
Yes,
it's
and
gonna
that's
be
gonna be
very,
awesome. Just a
very
variety of people, and it's gonna be awesome. So check it out if you're in Vegas this Saturday or this coming Saturday, the 21st, 8 p.m. at the Phoenix bar, and they have good food too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Food.
Food's
Really, really
great.
good food.
Cheese sticks, chicken. What do I had before? I had a burger. I don't know, everything I've tried there is
Is there mac and
delicious.
cheese?
Oh, that's
Yes.
really, really good too.
So good.
Are we talking about Phoenix food?
Yes.
Oh my God,
You knew exactly.
I was about to say he's
Their
gonna say
poutine.
poutine.
Yes.
It's so
delicious.
good.
So good.
Oh my God, it's these teeny little shoestring fries, the brown gravy, the little chunks of mozzarella.
Yep.
I guess we're going to have to try that Saturday.
I think I shared it with somebody.
Yeah. Oh. I don't
Keo or no?
No.
I don't know. I had part of somebody's.
Somebody.
They were sharing. It was delicious.
I-
I know. One
I'm
of
a
those
cheese
people.
stick girl.
Cheese
See, okay,
Cheese sticks are good, too.
I like the cheese sticks, but then I know so many people there, just like through the Las Vegas Gamers, that inevitably 6 people are gonna walk past me and ask for all 6 of my mozzarella sticks. So I get messy, sloppy poutine that I have to eat with a fork.
There you go.
No one
Good
will ask me
thinking.
for it
Good thinking.
That's very smart. That's
Yeah.
very, very smart.
because I like my food. I
Those
wanna
Moochie
have my
friends,
food.
I like food too. I know. Exactly.
You know, hello. There you go.
So now we know.
Exactly.
And knowing is half the battle.
Thank you.
Hey,
It is.
There you go.
But I still gotta have my cheese sticks. No matter where I go, I have to have
I
my
know.
cheese sticks.
But not that many people are going to walk by and ask you for a cheese stick. Just me, really. Hey, can I have a cheese stick? Thanks. Yum, yum.
yeah.
Food, I know.
Chicken,
so
the
good.
chicken strips are pretty good too.
Yeah.
Now I'm thinking about food. and
I know.
Yeah.
Now food. Yum.
I want to try one of those damn Popeyes chicken sandwiches that
that
cause
was like
riots.
all the craze.
I never
The
got
cause-
the chance to try it.
Me neither.
I know.
They're always sold out.
I know, and I wasn't going to wait in line
And I'm
for
like, is it worth
hours.
the hassle?
That's exactly.
Well, it's like Chick-fil-A.
How can it be worth that much?
I refuse to eat at Chick-fil-A.
Thank you.
Just for the fact that,
Exactly.
and matter of fact, the one time we did go there that way because she's bagging me, I was like, okay.
I wanted to try it to see what all the fuss was about.
Yes. I mean,
And then I found all the information of who they don't support and everything. I'm like, oh, okay, then even more reason not to go there. But we did
the
try
day
it.
the day that we went through the drive-through, one, I wanted to slap a bitch.
Oh my god.
Fucking so overly polite, I wanted to beat her.
Because I'm cheerful to a point, but I'm not overly cheerful, like where it's like so annoying where you actually want to slap the person. And if I'm at that point where I want to slap a person, because I'm usually most easygoing, like, hey, whatever, you do it. If I'm at that point, I'm like, oh my god, that is way too
Oh, I
cheerful
wanted at
for
one
anybody.
point because we were getting ready to go shoot a scene with Raven and we were shooting a scene with Raven.
Kimber Haven and
No, Kimber was doing something else, but Raven was the one we were shooting with.
oh okay.
So when the lady was like, "Oh, how are you doing today? What do you got planned?" I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go shoot
Transgender.
chick with a dick fillet."
I don't know,
I like pushing people's buttons that are like that.
yes, he does.
what is your sign, sir?
I'm an Aquarius.
Aquarius.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Aquarius is
I'm one of those that I enjoy the shock value,
Yeah.
but I
Oh, yeah,
also
he
like
does.
I like to just slap it in somebody's face. Hey, you're a bigot. You're a racist. You're a fucking piece of shit. And then they look at me like,
Get educated.
how dare
Do
you?
better.
Yeah.
Oh,
Do better.
You should
Yes.
do better.
Oh,
Better.
we had our daughter
no
was at
excuse.
Hot Topic and she was picking out shirts. And she's like, she picked out a shirt that says "Make America Gay Again."
Hey.
And a lady went fucking through the roof. How dare you let your child wear that? I'm like, excuse me?
Like, who are you?
Yeah.
You're
Number
in
one, you're
Hot
not her
Topic.
parent. 2, you're at Hot Topic. 3, it's her choice.
Yeah.
Exactly.
She's a fully autonomous human being, believe it
Exactly.
or not, who can make her own decisions.
I
What?
know.
Really?
Even though she's not 18 or over.
Oh my
I-
And
She can make choices.
And I look at it like
I
this.
had no idea.
She
Didn't
is her
know.
own person. She makes her own choices. I'm there to support her as she.
Thank you.
She's got to make mistakes. She's got to fuck up. That's what kids are supposed to do, so they can learn.
Yeah.
But I don't understand this whole. And I've talked to people at the center because they've got a lot of teenagers and youth that their parents literally throw them out of the door.
Talk about
Wow.
We could definitely. So, because the center means a lot to me, because when I was a teenager, that's where I went. You know, I had a friend that was bisexual, and he was all like, hey, you want to go to this club? It used to be at the commercial center, and so that's my first experience being around the queer community and stuff like that. I mean, I went to gay prom. I mean, I did the whole thing. And because I'm so passionate about it, because my background is in mental health, behavioral health, I want to open up a residential treatment center for adolescent teens. Teens doesn't stop at 18; it goes all the way to 19. So, so helping adolescent teens and stuff like that. Having the resources as well as therapists and clinicians who are allies and stuff like that. To help them out, because a lot of their parents kick them out. So, and I totally understand that. My parents are from the Caribbean, so that kind of stuff does not go. I mean, I don't know if anybody's listened to reggae music. I love it, don't get me wrong, that's my culture. But, there's lines in there where they say, hang a lesbian or like kill this and that, and
the music is great, but some of the lyrics are very homophobic.
Yes, very.
Have it on in the background pretty quiet so you can't hear the words.
You can feel the beat, but you don't have to actually hear it.
Yeah.
Run it through a processor, break out the track, blow out the tracks, and that way you can just lift the lyrics out.
Exactly.
Or find the karaoke version.
That's right.
There you go.
There
And
you
then
go.
just have like the instrumental aspect of it.
I like that.
I like that
That's
a lot.
good.
I like that.
Because that's what I like the most about it, is just like the melody.
Yeah.
We used to take our daughter to, when I would take her to her cancer treatments, we would drive around and you ain't seen anything until you pull up next to somebody. And of course, I have tattoos, normally a shaved head. I look like the typical,
You fit a
redneck.
stereotype.
I fit a
people would
stereotype,
think
yeah.
a certain way.
But one of the things that made her happy after dealing with all of the bullshit with the cancer treatments was we would sing musicals.
Musicals.
Oh.
We would literally
So
drive
cute.
around, and we would. It's like the one time I'm sitting next to this motor officer, and we're singing, the soundtrack to The Producers. And here I'm belting out, "Keep it gay!" Yeah,
Awesome.
I
But-
love it.
it made my daughter happy,
Yeah.
and that's really the only thing that really mattered. But yeah, people will look at me like, "What the fuck?"
Exactly.
I'm like, "What?" Because I love musicals.
Who doesn't?
Musicals are awesome.
He doesn't. He's his own enigma. He's all like, I don't like musicals.
I
was
like Moulin Rouge.
what?
Okay, so you like one
Maybe-
musical.
maybe.
You have a narrow band of musicals
Yes.
that you like.
So there is a
Okay.
vein that you will like.
So there's a narrow.
I'm driving.
I love musicals.
I'll drive her to work, and I'm playing burlesque,
We can sing.
and I'm belting out Cher and Christina Aguilera.
Yes.
It's like,
Are we twins right now? Like, what is going on? Tyler, I love you. I love you so much.
emo.
They just met like 4 days ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, we met
Oh,
for it.
really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! So there's such a strong connection. That's
Oh.
And it
awesome.
was literally just like a little meeting at a coffee shop, just like a, hey, we're having an event together. Nice to meet you. Okay, bye. It's cold.
I told you you'd love Victoria.
Yeah,
I mean-
and literally, I got
Love
home
it.
and I
That's
texted
awesome.
Frankie, and I was like, so also Victoria, I'm in love with her. I love everything about her. She's amazing.
Thank you.
That's
I
so
love him.
sweet.
I
That's
love him.
awesome.
And it's perfect when you can like work with somebody that you actually like,
Right.
and you don't have to fake
That
it. You don't have to
makes
like
a
at all.
big difference.
It
Yeah.
just
Yes.
organically happens, and
Yeah.
you're just like,
Why are you
And then
talking
you-
about the last 8 hours for me?
Sorry.
yes, that part.
prepare for the next date.
Now, going back to musicals, and because it's the holiday season, I do like Christmas. You couldn't
Yes.
tell.
I don't.
That's okay. I'll have enough Christmas cheer for everybody.
Paintball.
Broken jaw, ocular cavity, ribs.
You win.
Shall I go on?
You win.
Yeah.
I usually get my way. Let's just saying, you know.
You know.
But there is one of the musicals that I like around this time. Have you seen Anna and the Apocalypse?
Yes, I love that in the apocalypse.
Yes, yes!
Oh my god.
What
Okay,
is
so
this?
okay,
Oh,
so
yeah.
I don't typically like any sort of like horror or scary movies.
Oh, okay.
I don't typically like Christmas. I do like musicals, but like Anna and the Apocalypse is the most
It
hilarious,
is so
nonsensical.
funny. Yeah, it's just great.
I need to.
It's like a Christmas musical, but it's also a
Zombies.
zombie apocalypse.
Yes. Now, because I like horror
And they're
movies.
singing like cheery, happy show
I
tunes
know, and just
as like people are
dancing.
dying behind them.
I know, blood
Violently
splatters and everything.
And it's, I actually just watched it. It wasn't during the Christmas season. It was like a couple of months ago.
Oh, okay.
it was during Halloween because we were like,
Yeah.
oh, let's watch a scary movie.
But yeah.
This is Christmas.
So was she.
I watch it because
Yeah.
I like scary horror movies. I like the zombies. I do like Christmas, and I love musicals. And when I first saw that, I'm like, oh, someone came out with a zombie Christmas musical. I have to watch it because maybe they did it, maybe they didn't do a good job, but
It's-
I love it.
It's so good.
I have the soundtrack on my Spotify player.
Oh, There were definitely a couple of songs that I was like, okay, I need.
I know
to
some of those
wa- I
songs
need
are
to listen to
really
this
good.
one
I love it.
afterwards.
Yeah. So, oh my
See-
gosh, yay!
You'll have to.
So
We'll have
she's-
to.
we're
We'll
gonna
have to
have
do
to
that for our like movie because we do movie nights.
Yeah.
Oh,
I love
nice.
themes.
And yeah, I'm what they call a cinephile.
What is that?
I know what that means.
I don't. Explain.
I have terabytes.
A lover of movies,
Of movies.
quoting them, knowing the
Whether
release
knowing
date,
knowing the release date, knowing the theatrical release
and
date,
movies,
two different things.
old black and white silent films to
I'm
current.
like that with video games.
I'm that way too.
Gamify.
Game of
I
video,
don't
game
know.
of file.
I just have such a ring, yeah.
Nintendo
word.
Gamer, just
Gamer.
Well, I do
Why?
because I do
That works,
I do
yeah.
alpha
That
testing.
works too.
You do.
You did.
I do alpha testing for EA and Activision.
Ooh, nice.
I was doing it for Bungie, but they are so fucked up right now. It's not funny. But I've been doing that for like 5-6 years. It's not a lot of people. Oh, I want to do that. It is extremely meticulous, and if you fuck up, you're out of the program forever. You don't get into the beta programs. You don't get into any of their programs. But that's one of the ways I can afford my fucking video game habit. Because usually when it gets released, that's part of the payment is, hey, here's your copy. And we get the ultimate editions.
Nice. That's
but-
a really
I know.
nice.
I like video games and
Well, considering all of the work that it takes,
Well, I don't
because
have
they
the
only
time.
give you a little snippet at a time, and then you have
Yeah.
you play through it, you have to do this like 12, 15-page report.
Whoa.
There's a lot of fucking work.
On
for
just like a section.
a section, yes. A very small section.
Sometimes just like part of a level.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's
I'm gonna go
insane. But
I'm gonna take a nap. You.
she took a
Yeah.
coding class at one point, and then
'Cause I'm like,
she turned
oh,
around
what is
and,
all this stuff?
can you do my work for me?
I definitely know I am not.
And I'll sit there and
coding, coder, or anything.
I can't
So I
type for
appreciate
shit,
all
but
that
if I'm writing line code, you see my fingers just going Mach 4. Because
MySpace, that's about.
Oh my god.
That is my extent.
HTML coding.
MySpace.
Yeah.
Yes.
that
That's
class frustrated me
I'm
so
12 years
much.
old. Just, or
Felt
I
like
guess
a
maybe
hacker
it's
or
just 12
something.
years old for me because
I grew up, that was what I grew up doing.
Oh, nice.
Hacking now, though, it pisses me off because hacking was about protecting the little guy and sticking it to the man.
Yeah.
Now it's about stealing as much data and selling it to the man.
Yeah.
That is not hacking, that is
They've
criminal.
lost their way.
So each year I get together when they do the Black Hat Convention and stuff like that, and we work on different different panels and stuff like that. I helped with the installation of the fiber optics that run up and down the strip.
Yeah.
So when you're down on the strip, if your phone is on, and even if it's off, because most phones now do not have a battery compartment, you can't take it out.
Yeah.
They're data mining.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
not, and I like conspiracy theories and stuff like that. And like,
My
you
whole
just made
computer is
it,
just like.
piece of tape on the camera,
there's an
That's a start.
HP laptop that's coming out right now. It's an HP laptop, and the entire commercial, like, they don't talk about the specs, they don't talk about the size of it, they don't talk
Nope.
about the price, but they're just like, you can turn off the webcam. There's a button for it, and it turns
Wow.
the webcam off.
Wow.
There's literally, they just sell these stick-on things that you just like slide.
Right.
That's all
Well,
on
even
my
the,
laptop.
the even the
So they
webcams that
charge
you're
you
buying now,
$500
when they come
more.
out, a
Look,
lot
we had
like
to buy-
the new Logitech webcam, it actually has a bracket that you put the piece on and it
Yeah.
snaps into place. Problem is video is bad, but audio is just as bad. You can extrapolate multiple, amounts of information just from audio.
Oh shit. Well.
Alexa, Google.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Because
Yeah.
they're on 24/7.
entire
We
to
mute the
house.
fuck out of ours.
Oh, I always unplug Alexa.
My
Yeah.
entire
She
house
turned
is
on once without
Alexa
me
out.
talking.
I
I was
have,
like,
honestly, there's one,
I was not
two,
having that.
three,
So
four,
someone has heard
five.
everything you
There's-
talked about.
There's 5 Alexas in my house.
oh yeah, I see that was creepy.
And they control like the lights.
Yeah.
They control like I have I
My
can just say
convenience.
Alexa good night and it turns off my lights. It says good night to me and it plays piano music for 30 minutes.
Oh, that's
Wow.
cool. Do you ever ask Wes to tell you jokes?
Yes.
Yes, I've done that.
I was like,
I asked her-
Or playing the games. Yeah.
Yes.
I asked Alexa if she does anal. Didn't talk to me for 2 days.
She did a beep beep.
Wow,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
is funny.
That was hilarious.
There is an Alexa version of Skyrim.
Oh,
Yes.
oh, that's
Wow.
cool.
You play it like a
I
text
did not
like
know
an
that.
old DOS text adventure where it's like
That'd
you
be his
you
idea.
approach a fork in the road. Would you like to go
Choose
this
your
way
own
or
adventure.
this way? Or like
That's awesome.
you are being attacked by an orc. Would you like to
Has
use
like an
your
app
sword?
on it.
Yeah, you just say Alexa play Skyrim.
That's
Also,
so funny.
I'm really sorry to everybody who's at home listening to this who has an Alexa. And I've said
Oops,
it
yeah,
so
you've
many
just
times.
activated it.
Alexa,
So
do you do anal?
sorry.
I'm not gonna talk to anybody.
Turn off the lights. All the lights
I
go
hate
off.
it when that happens to me too, and now I feel like a dick.
Oh,
And now you've done it to all of them.
Well, if they come on Saturday, we'll
We
give them
apologize.
spunk lube, little
Yeah,
samples
you
of
get a
spunk
free
lube,
sample
so
of spunk
that way
lube.
they don't feel so
Yeah.
so violated.
Yeah.
Ooh,
They're
and you
not
get the
so
free
raw
shot,
about
and we'll
it.
Alexa.
forgive you. Now they can blame him.
Exactly.
Yeah, just blame him. It wasn't me. Blame
Yeah,
Creed.
it wasn't
It was
him.
Creed,
Krieg.
Krieg.
not Tyler.
Yeah,
Creed.
it was all Krieg.
Yeah, Creed. We'll blame Creed.
Oh, yeah. Creed.
Creed.
How do you spell that?
Krieg? Is it Krieg? I'm so
Krieg.
sorry. Krieg. Krieg.
Well, no, we'll just go with Creed. With a D.
A-R-I-E-G.
You
It's
know.
German for war.
Yeah.
The 2000s Christian rock band Creed. We're blaming them.
Yes, we're blaming
Okay,
them.
that works.
Yeah.
Either
Them.
that or Apollo Creed. He's dead.
Yeah.
Take your pick, either one. Either of the
Well, he's in the
Creeds.
movie. Now, because I am a Star Wars fucking fanatic.
Mandalorian.
Every Friday when it rolls out, I get a notification, and as soon as that notification comes across my watch, my phone, my computer, anything that's within eye reach, I stop everything and I go watch The Mandalorian. So, I like the fact that Mandalorian has definitely lived up to my expectations. I was pissed when Solo came out because Solo was I don't think Solo was the actual movie that caused the issue. I think it was the movie before it.
Yeah.
Everyone was disappointed, and then Solo came out, and
And
nobody.
they wanted something great.
Yeah,
to make it
and
better.
and
And it was.
Disney
Eh.
literally shelved all expanded universe movies, and that included my Fett movie. And I am a major Boba Fett fan. I mean, to the point where I have this shit everywhere.
That's pretty cool.
I have a Fett parking
Nah,
spot.
It's actually kind of hard to find. It was now it's getting a little easier to find Boba Fett stuff.
Yeah, but now that because we get Disney Plus for free, thank God.
Baby Yoda's so cute.
She's got a hard on for Baby Yoda. I've got a hard on for Mando. I'm actually looking at making like a little cap and putting it on the end of my dick that it makes it look like Baby Yoda.
No.
Oh my god.
Those
Okay.
No.
I was like,
No, I'm not dressing it like Mando.
okay.
No, yeah, dress up like Mandalorian. That'd be awesome. I could fuck that. Don't put Baby Yoda on the end of your dick, because that's no.
That will
Baby
be
Yoda
on-
is so cute.
Etsy.
Don't sully.
Oh, we're gonna find it on Etsy.
This is the way.
Etsy only has little crocheted ones.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
And I've done shit because and when she was talking earlier about the fact, he'll wait for. I took these self-stick googly eyes, and I learned my lesson now.
Oh god.
I stuck them on the
Like when he
end
does pranks,
and
you know, I
waited
told you
until
about
and she did. She decided to check
I was
her
in the
eyebrows.
bathroom. I was doing my
30,
eyebrows.
40 minutes
yeah.
later, she comes out, and I'm like,
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah. But then when I went to take them
Yeah,
off,
googly eyes on the end of his dick.
oh my fuck!
Were they like super?
They were gone. Yeah.
The adhesive had really
Had set.
stuck to that sensitive skin.
Ah.
Yeah.
And
Could you use
so,
a little bit of like coconut oil or
well, he
I didn't
realize
think about
that.
that.
It hurt so
I
bad.
just went to
He
yank
just
him off
ripped it
and-
off.
You just ripped it?
Yep.
He was in so much pain. I was laughing even more.
For the second time, you're making the people with the penises cringe.
You see it? You see it? Literally, both of them are guys. They're literally crossing their legs. I love how both of them are crossing their legs right now.
It was hilarious. So I had a double
See,
laugh.
I am literally the guy that, you know, guys really get annoyed
Yeah, when
with.
you talk your stories, they're like, ooh.
Oh, no.
Ooh. I mean, I have no penis, and I'm like, ooh.
Yeah. That was not a good idea.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, there you go.
You know, my little, is this a dragon penis? Is that what that is? Or like,
It's
Could be.
I don't know.
They have very various animal creature penises. Like here's a tentacle. I do like
this is a
tentacles.
tentacle.
Tentacles are cool. But Bad Dragon is very creative in
So
their
what worries
creations.
me is that this one is like the scale of this. Like this is
Just imagine.
this one just seems fucking insane
Yeah.
comparatively.
The Great American Challenge.
Like just this in a vortex,
Where
this would
is-
look normal.
Where's Winston's tongue?
I know. I'm
Yeah,
looking
this
for
is
Winston's
just a normal one,
tongue.
and then you look at this for scale, and you're like,
Ooh, yeah.
like it's
So we're
going
taking all the little Bad Dragon.
on the shelf.
It's going on the
That's
shelf.
where it is.
I don't know where it is.
So she has a whole bunch of
Little
penises that are on the
squishy.
table.
Look at this one.
Whoa!
There is one that's like a tongue, and
It's
it
a
comes out like
giant
a
dragon's
dragon's
tongue.
mouth. And I have the actual size.
Oh, this one's just a
Oh,
literal
that
dragon.
one. Yeah, that one's a cute.
This one's literally shaped
That one
like
is
it's
a
just a dragon.
sleeve.
It's like a pocket pussy.
Yeah, it's like a
little
one.
arms.
I know that one's
Look at his
cute.
little
Is
arms.
this
So
the
they're
tongue
looking
that
at
you're
the.
talking about?
Oh yeah, that's it.
I'm going inside
So-
of you.
I got you, baby.
Winston's
I got you.
tongue. Thank you.
Oh my god.
Winston's tongue is a dragon, like the snout, and then the tongue is coming out of it.
I will bring
this
it.
one is
I will
cute.
bring it Saturday.
I have the extra large size version where it's like about this big, and the base is.
It weighs about
this
20
big.
pounds.
It weighs about 18 to 20 pounds. But because with Bad Dragon toys, you can choose what kind of texture you want. If you want firm,
Soft.
medium, or soft.
This is.
And so, yeah.
Oh
So it's
my
very
God,
soft at the
this
tip and
scared me.
squishy, and then it gets firmer at the base. But yeah, that thing is a very conversation starter.
I'm so like, oh, I'm bringing all these
The
penises
little
near
open-
you, Frankie. Look at this
So
one.
yeah, that was like a sleeve where you can insert
It's like a
stuff into
pocket
it.
pussy.
Yeah, pocket
Yeah.
pussy.
I
It's a
see you
dragon's mouth.
shuffling cards. What
I
are you
am
Are
shuffling
we gonna play a
cards.
game?
We are gonna play.
Okay.
We're gonna play a game.
We're gonna play
Ready?
porn the game.
Porn the game. Rocket Triple X radio version. So
Okay.
I'm gonna pass out 5 cards.
Okay.
Deal them to you.
Okay.
And then there's yours. And so the version of the game is to put them in any order you want. And if you have a funny story or a painful story, whatever kind of story you want to share, feel free. But you're reading the title of the card, and you can put them in any order you want to create a scene, tell a story, throw in holiday, whatever. You can be as creative as you want. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, count to 5. And then if you know of any talent or if any stars you want to insert into, play the main role, play a supporting role, whatever. Creative licensure is, up through the roof, whatever you'd like. And so you just read the title of the card. You don't have to read the little print because that's for when you actually play the game. But if you want to pull another card because you don't like a card or for whatever reason, feel free to. And then you can pull them up without looking. You can put them in any order. Sky's the limit with creativity, your imagination.
Okay, so I'm
got
pretty
this one
much.
again.
So we're just making a story off
Yeah,
of
make a
what?
story. You can do a scene, like I can go first as an example. Let me
Yeah,
just.
Yes,
I'm a little
please.
Because I'm a little
confused.
bit
No,
confused.
totally understand. All right, so let's see. Looking at my cards, going there. Ooh, let's see. I'm going to turn one card in and choose another one. Okay, so just for example purposes, starts off as a BBW's in her home, and she's feeling nostalgic, so she's pulling out one of her old VHSs. Hey, it's the card I got, okay? I'm trying to throw it in there.
Hey, fuck you. I remember Betamax.
Whoa.
You
Whoa.
just showed your age.
You really did.
Did you really?
You really did.
Yeah, I don't give details like that. Leave something to the mystery.
I went to school on a Triceratops, bitch.
I mean, there you go.
Anyway, back to my story, my scene.
Okay.
You know,
go
she's
ahead.
pulling out the VHS, so, walking down memory lane or whatever. And this scene
Debbie
is
Does
a
Dallas.
what? Oh, Debbie Does Dallas. I'm not, specifying the scene because that would be left to the imagination. But it's a orgy scene, it's a gangbang, so there's men and women. Back then, it's just men and women that I know of. So she's like, oh, this gets her thinking. She's going to call up some of her friends that she likes to get kinky with, some of her girlfriends. They're going to do a little scissoring. But, that's not quite enough. So they're going to call some of their other friends, their trans friends, their transgender girls, the chicks with the dicks, like Kimber Haven.
You're a whore.
I know. But this time she's being a slut because, it's for fun. So then they come out and Kimber Haven, she is quite blessed with a giant cock and she can shoot her cum far. So,
Yes. Across the room. I've seen it.
literally across the room because we've seen video proof. That's for a whole nother topic. But anyway, she just happens to be in town, so she calls Kimber over, and Kimber and Raven, they're gonna come over, and they're gonna be giving her some DP and a pile driver to end the scene, and then they're just gonna give it to her good, shoot, come, give them cream pies
She's
all
having
over.
a night.
Yeah, because that's how it is. And then they're just all laying there on the big, comfy bed, just in that cum coma, and just relaxed, had a good time. So here's my scene.
Oh my God.
Who's ready for their scene?
Kimber Haven.
Okay. So,
Life's like a box of chocolates.
okay.
Uh,
Okay.
and you can put some back if you. There you go. That's a discard pile for another time. Another scene.
You didn't give him crabs, did you?
No, I took those cards out
Okay.
because no one wants to play with those cards. I mean, unless they're going to Red Lobster or something like that. And then that's no fun.
Okay. So we're starting the story where most stories start, and that's on the casting couch.
Love it. Classic. Once upon a time on my casting couch.
And we're asking, what kind of stuff are you into? Are you into like maybe some glory holes,
Ooh.
some orgies and stuff like that? And this talent, she's up for anything.
Ooh.
She's like gay, straight, lesbian. It's all good.
Oh.
So it's Julie.
I'll even do DVDA, which I just learned right now is vaginal double anal.
Yes.
Wow.
So that's 4 penises.
Yes.
That's a lot of penises.
It is.
Okay.
Wow.
That's my story.
Love
And I'm
it.
sticking to
He's sticking to the sheet.
it. Apparently so.
Right.
Definitely need spunk lube for that scene.
Oh my
Definitely
gosh.
some spunk lube needed.
I need to be very creative. With this
Maybe you
one.
want to draw another card.
Let's
There
see.
you go.
Let's see. Ooh.
Oh, there you go.
I'll do that. And, yeah. Okay. So, yeah, this one's perfect for me.
Oh, love it.
This is
Love it.
perfect for me.
The cards are
So-
spoken. It's kind of like a tarot version.
It really is. Okay, so do I have to say, because I don't know a lot of porn stars by name.
No, you don't have to. I mean, if you do, you can. But you don't have to.
Okay, all right. So,
I know them by their tattoos usually.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
yeah.
Or they're asked, like, hey, bend over. Ah,
I know that
I
one.
recognize you.
Yes.
Yep.
All right, so this story, damn, how do I start? So this one starts as her being at home. I know all of ours are female. I was like, that's okay.
It's an energy.
Yeah.
It's the energy.
working.
So she is she is at home watching a video. She opens up her laptop and she's like, I'm feeling a little brave, because
Ooh.
usually she watches, the regular stuff, which is just regular penetration. But she was like, why don't I watch a gangbang scene? So while she's watching this, she sees one of the actors, performing, and she's like, "Holy shit! This guy has a big dick, above average, just ramming into this, ramming,
Just like this.
Yes,
Just
this,
The
this
big
right here.
dick
I don't
from
know.
a bad dragon toy.
Big
I
dick."
know. Dragon
So
size.
So in her mind, she's all like, "Okay, I see what's going on, but tell me why another actor comes in and he's watching, but the actress that's in the video, she's like calling him names, So it switches to a cuckold scene.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Take a turn there.
Oh.
Ooh.
So she's like, "Oh my God,
She's
yeah,
getting exposed to
big.
there. Yes.
Absolutely.
Some dark
while
stuff. Wow.
so while she's humiliating this person and all this other stuff, she tells him, "I want you to come over here and dive." What kind of dive?
Oh.
Muff dive.
Oh, yes. Stop. Yes. Love it.
Muff dive.
A muff dive. Oh no.
Oh Lord, we're not looking at that one.
I think I'm gonna keep mine. So as she sees, and there's
know.
an actual picture of
And the
muff dive.
illustrations are like the 70s porn with
Yeah.
like Harry Bush and the thick
Yes.
mustaches. Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's
so
all, yeah.
with this muff
It's
dive,
appreciative.
so the person that's watching this video, she gets, a little hot and bothered, and she calls up a friend.
Ooh.
You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
And, this friend comes in, and, he's like, "Oh, okay, I see what you're watching. I'm down for this. Okay."
Yeah, get a little hint of the
And
atmosphere.
so, because they are safe, she grabs a condom,
Oh.
puts it on his
There you go.
penis,
On his
and go at it.
And they have safe fun.
They have
Kinky,
safe
but safe.
sex.
Safe
Yes.
sex.
Safe.
That was very
informed
creative.
sex.
I like that.
I
Yes.
I know I have to go after you.
I was like, "How am I gonna do this?"
Okay.
You did a great job.
You're
But
good.
I'm
no,
so
no
excited.
shame, do whatever. Yeah, it's all
got
good.
this.
Is all in fun.
I like this game.
Yeah.
I want to
I know.
get it. I want to get
Do you
it.
need some spunk lube for that?
I think so.
Do you need some toys? We have props.
So,
We're here to support.
let's see. So there's this amateur cam person.
Kim
All right, good.
Cam person.
Good.
Some
Yeah.
people doing girls all the time. I'll say cam person. Just keep them vague.
Yeah, there you go.
At home, and they're really interested in exhibition, and so they decide to open their blinds
Oh, okay.
while they are
Camming.
camming, which is another form of exhibition.
Yes, it is.
And they're getting ready, and they decide to call a friend.
Phone a friend.
That's okay.
Phone a
girl.
friend.
Phone a friend.
We all
That's
phone a
good.
friend.
They call a friend while they are
Dick on speed.
about to cam, and then they remember that they were wearing their chastity belts, so they can do shit.
Oh! Wow, you're fucked up.
What a great.
tease.
Yeah.
What a fucking tease. Okay. All right.
That Friends with Benefits did not.
Now, I know
That's awesome.
exhibitionism is extremely popular. We get a lot of emails where people would come here and they're like, "Oh, we want to do glory holes and stuff like
Like
that."
a fantasy.
Yeah, fantasy is fantasy, just that. Public displays such as exposure or having sex in public in the state of Nevada is a sex offense.
Is it?
Yes.
It
Yes.
is.
Wow.
Yes.
You just piss on a wall.
Oh yeah, that's true.
It's indecent exposure and it's classified as a sex offense, and you have to register.
Yep. So you're
That's
up there
why-
with all the other.
That's
Yeah.
why I tell a lot of people, "Oh yeah, well I can check my neighborhood." There's 20 people that are tier 1 sex offenders. I'm like, it's misleading
Yeah.
because a lot of those. Because I used to come out while I was in the military, I'd come out of the fucking bar and piss on the wall, and then
Don't
kind of
do
walk
that
my
in
way home.
Nevada. Yeah.
Do not do that here.
You got to be careful having sex in your car too. because
Yes.
That shit. Yeah.
And
Yes.
How did we learn that?
open your blinds.
I mean, how did
Yeah.
we?
Opening your blinds and doing anything, it can get you in trouble.
Yeah.
And if you are in a, let's say, good example was I was pulling a warrant for somebody and they had embezzled. And that was what their warrant was for. But they had run. Well, they got picked up at a 7-Eleven. The 7-Eleven wouldn't let them use the bathroom. So they went around the corner and pissed on the wall. About the time the cops came by.
What time was it? Like 2 a.m.?
2 a.m. He became an immediate Tier 3 sex offender, which is non-negotiable. At Tier 1, you can, after 5 years, you can petition to have it, dropped. Tier 2, after 7 years, you can petition to have it dropped down to 1, and then so on. Tier 3, no, you can't do that. The reason being was he was across the street from a preschool.
It was at 2 a.m.?
At 2 a.m., the preschool's
Nobody's
closed.
there.
But because of the zoning,
Because of the way, yeah.
Fuck!
I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's a costly mistake.
Everyone, Sin City, ooh, it's a Sin City, it's Sin City. It's actually not as sinful as people think.
No,
I mean,
because we have the most churches worldwide.
well,
Not worldwide.
we have the
Yeah,
largest
per square
Mormon
foot,
temple
everything.
outside of Salt Lake City.
So we get
Salt
the
Lake City-
illusion of
Yeah,
sin.
it's right up against the mountains over there. Is it northeast?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it is literally it's the second largest Mormon temple outside of Salt Lake City.
yeah.
So when people, and a lot of the Mormons come here
Yep.
to get their freak on.
So if you want to do your
Yeah.
fantasy, go to the
drink
green
their
door.
caffeine.
Definitely
Yeah.
go to the green
Go to the
door.
green door where you can live out whatever fantasy, talk to the staff. They're very friendly.
Oh, yeah,
and
they
helping
are. They're super
accommodate.
nice.
Yeah, super
They're
nice.
super nice.
Plenty of play space, like what, 18,000 square feet?
Yeah.
18,000
And
square
they're
feet.
constantly like
And they're redesigning it so that it is
redesigning it,
more
changing the
couples
spaces.
friendly
So-
and more female
And it's always changing.
friendly.
So if you haven't been in a
Yeah.
while, come back. see.
And it's super clean.
Yes,
That's
that-
the
Very
important part.
clean.
It's very, very
Yes.
clean.
And the staff is
know.
very attentive to if someone is bothering you. Yeah, they're just giving you weird
vibes,
or
yeah.
whatever. Let the staff know. They will ask that person to leave.
And that's the key right there.
So communicate
Don't just
to the
leave.
staff.
Let the
Yeah.
staff know, hey, this person, I said no, and they keep, even if they just keep badgering you.
Yeah, or
No
just
is
keep
no,
following you.
period.
Talk to the staff. They're very
Staff
helpful.
needs to know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
staff
You
needs to
gotta
know
let
because
them
if they don't know, they can't take care of the problem.
Right.
Exactly.
No, well, because there's a lot of girls, we know several girls that go there, but they go there on their own, and usually the staff will watch out for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Julie
They're
doesn't have to
very-
worry. We have the Hitachi magic wand, and my famous line is, it's not just for her pleasure, it's for mine too. But mine's a little different. I will club you like a baby seal if she says no and you do something.
Yeah.
And I had one of the other
seems to
swingers
complain
clubs
so
that
bad.
shall not be named.
Yeah.
We had a guy that they call it stealthing. He tried to remove the condom. I was like, if you touch her with that, I'm taking it off.
Ooh.
He's like, oh, it's too
Literally
tight.
take
It's
it
too
off,
tight.
yes.
I'm like, you do realize that a condom is designed specifically so that the bottom of the condom, that thick ring, is because you lose desensitization. The ring around the base of it is supposed to restrict blood flow coming out. So it's almost like a cock ring
Built-in cock
built
ring
in.
condom.
That's one of the,
What a
and
clever
that's
design.
why it's.
Yeah.
No, I didn't know about that shit until
What, how things were made? Is that the show
I
you
was
watched?
watching How It's Made with
How
my
it's made,
daughter.
Yeah.
Oh my
They
god!
did an episode
and they
on
were
condoms
talking
and how
about
they were made.
condoms. I was like, what the
I know.
fuck? But
It's
a lot of
very,
people
very
don't use condoms
interesting.
correctly anyway.
Yeah.
That's true.
You're not supposed to put it
So-
on when it's already hard. You're supposed to go on a flaccid.
Technically, yeah.
Is it really?
Yes, because
Technically.
pre-cum comes out
I didn't know that.
even when you're not
I
hard.
told you our show is very educational.
I don't know. Why do you look at me like I need to know all this information? Yeah, because I'm just fucking around, I just.
Same.
Like, I did not know that. I had no idea.
Well, that's because
Oh, then a lot of people have been doing it.
A lot of people are
well,
doing
they don't
it
have
wrong.
sex ed in school anymore.
Oh,
No,
I didn't even
it's
have
too
sex ed.
I did, and it was abysmal.
I
We watched a
didn't
lady
have
give
sex
birth,
ed.
and they were like, "This
Oh.
is what syphilis looks like."
Well, to be thankful to the Army. I got stationed in South Korea, and they show you movies before you deployed. My shit was on lockdown the
Nasty
rest
movies,
for
yeah.
18 months. His shit didn't come out. Not even from my own
What could
hand.
happen?
I was like, I am not coming home with cauliflower cock. And Wow.
Wow,
The-
why did I just shiver? That just made me
that's
shiver.
the
Again,
the
visual.
But they don't have. Our daughter just graduated, and when
They have a very
the-
skimmed over.
you have to ask. They
version
send you a
of,
permission slip. Can your daughter,
Yeah.
be in the class? And it's like it's not even an hour long.
No, it's
No,
not.
it's a very skimmed over.
And
Very
and then they
vague in
wonder
general.
why there's a rise in STIs.
Yeah,
And,
and-
if you don't know,
Yeah.
what was it that your counterpart there just got done saying a little while ago?
Huh? What?
Knowing is
Oh, half
the
the battle.
battle.
Now you know, and knowing is what? Half the battle.
Half the battle.
G.I. Joe.
I'm thinking we're gonna put like a little star going across, and it's a,
Now you know.
But there should be more communication about that, so that way people were informed and educated.
Well, our oldest kid, when he moved out, he would come home, and he's like, "I need more." I'm like, "You know where the fucking bag is? Why don't you ask your mom for a change?" And he's like, "No, that's just weird."
He
And-
knows where the condoms are. You feel free to go get them.
Because
I
we do.
love that.
We go to like
I love how open it
AHF and we go to talent testing, and like during AVN, which is coming up, we
Yep.
get the condoms from like talent testing in a huge bag, and then we put on one side it's got all of their information, and on the other side it says, like Rocket Triple X Radio, AVN, like this year will be 2020. But this way, we promote there's a real big stigma on STIs and getting tested.
Yeah.
Getting tested, knowing your status, getting tested. There shouldn't be
Yeah.
a stigma.
When
We're
I
trying
was
to
in school,
take that stigma
they told
away,
you that
because it's more important that you
whoever
know.
you sleep with, you're sleeping with everyone they slept with. And medically speaking, that is true.
Yeah, it really is. And
So-
just making sure that you know, because it's not shameful. Don't be calling people, "Oh, are you dirty or clean?" I hate when people
Yeah.
say that. They're like, "Oh, are you dirty or clean?" I was like, what the fuck does that mean? I took a shower,
Yeah,
yes.
I took a shower.
Okay.
I brushed my teeth.
I did.
Dirty minded all the time. I
was
can't help
like,
that.
my clothes are clean. What the fuck are you
Yeah.
talking about? So yeah, definitely making sure
Oh,
that you
and
know.
and it's not just dirty or
I'm not-
clean; it's like positive and negative. If you haven't worked in the medical industry, there are some tests that you want to be positive, and there are some tests that you want to be negative. So when you say, "Oh, I'm negative," oh, what do you mean you're negative?
Negative on what?
I've worked in the medical field for
Yeah.
over 20 years.
Labels, correct information.
You're negative for, this protein or this enzyme. You're positive for this protein or this enzyme. You want to be positive for certain ones because it means you're healthy.
Yeah.
So, I'm recently
Clear
tested
communication.
and cleared. I am cleared for fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
This way, it's generic, it's simple, and there is a lot of. I'm not in the industry, and I get tested
good.
Yep.
because I sleep with that bitch. And she likes to spread her legs.
Yeah, I love how she's all like, I mean, that's not
You
a
are
lot.
correct.
Yep.
know.
You're not wrong.
But
No,
It's all
yeah,
good.
very much so.
I embrace my weird self.
we're gonna.
And I
we're,
mean, like, don't be
we're,
shy.
we're talking to McDonald's about putting the over 1 million served over you.
I haven't quite got that yet, but we're working on it. Goal. Always keep working towards the goal.
Hey, there you go.
There you
Must
go.
have goals.
Yep.
What
Goals
is it
are
Johnny
important.
McGovern says? Any hole is a goal.
I love him.
He has great tagline. Boom, boom.
I love him.
Oh no,
so
Anyanka
much.
says that. Anyanka says any hole is a goal.
Give credit where
Johnny
credit is
McGovern
due.
says any boner is a blessing.
Oh, there we go.
I love this.
Good,
And
good.
Yanka likes to
We
say,
love it.
her pussy doesn't pop, but her knees sure do.
Yes, I love,
love that
one.
fucking-
And Yanka has such
Listen,
I just-
clever.
I just-
he sure did.
I just love
I
Anyanka.
love that.
I know.
I
Shout out
love
to
it.
Yanka Vergon. We love you.
Yes, we
All
do.
of her
We
cute
really,
sayings
really
and
do.
everything.
The
Yes.
host
She's
of
phenomenal.
Art Therapy
She is.
Night.
She's
Yes,
done so,
she
so much
is
for
that.
us.
Yeah.
She's awesome.
So
Amazing.
we're at
She will be there also at Art Therapy Night
13
Saturday.
minutes out. Make sure, recap where, when, how, why.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm constantly asking
Oh, I need
why.
to make sure I
I'm
pull up
constantly
my
asking
Instagram
why,
so
and
that
I was like,
can
"Ah,
say
fuck it."
this correctly.
So it is December 21st, which is a Saturday. It is going to be from 8 p.m. onwards. We don't really have a specific end time because the
No.
tournament might go a little bit late, but probably like 10 or 11, something like that.
majority.
$15 entry for the painting. There is no cover for this event, by the way. So you can come and watch the event or watch the shows and participate in like the auctions for the art and the tournaments and everything without paying that $15 buy-in.
Because the $15 is for the drunk.
Drunk painting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's
Which
good
is like
to know.
for like paint and supplies and
Yes,
stuff like
yeah.
that.
Which is also sounds like
And
a lot of
then
fun.
your socials.
Yes, my social. I am tbucket94 everywhere on the internet, and then at Las Vegas Gamers everywhere on the internet. GAYMERS everywhere on the internet. We are also working on a website that should be up by the end of the year, where we're going to be able to have all of our events, everything that we have coming up, bios, FAQs, all that stuff. We're working on it. And every Tuesday at the Phoenix, we are there doing our regular game night events. That every single Tuesday we do video game tournaments over in the corner, and then Anyanka does her shows where she does cosplay drag. That's every single Tuesday from
Every
7
Tuesday.
till like 9 or 10-ish,
yeah.
somewhere
ish.
in there.
Somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. And
Good
then
fun.
I am Victoria. You can find me at on Instagram. It is Alluring Enigma. I had to pull my phone up 'cause I needed to make
she's
sure
spelling it
that I spelled it correctly.
Yes.
Okay, so it's Alluring Enigma. It is 4 LLURING 3 NGIMA. Alluring Enigma.
I told you to
Okay.
change this.
I won't change it. I won't
You need to
because I
change
love it. It's
So it's just the first letters of Alluring and Enigma are numbers. The rest of it is spelled wrong.
No, Enigma's spelled wrong too.
Oh, Enigma spelled wrong.
So.
first off.
Just check the website.
Yeah, just check it.
We'll have it correctly on there. You
Check
can
the
just
flyer,
click.
check the website.
Yeah,
all of our
Absolutely.
handles will be there.
And I mean, you could definitely DM me. You can, if you want to talk or chat or whatever the case may be, I am here. And I figured you're gonna say at Therapy Zine because I was gonna say that too, but
So I'm at 4Mugs on everything, just pretty much everything. And then at Therapy Zine on everything for the magazine. What else do...
Oh, we are looking for submissions for more artists. It doesn't matter what level you are at, as long as you can express yourself.
Writers.
Writers.
Musicians, everything, because we want to start doing more events, and we want to start getting people together. We definitely stay focused on the zine, but we definitely want to
Reach out to
bring
the events.
people together in real life to not just through this. Because right now, I'm the only one who's, we're the only ones who's actually meeting and talking to these people. So I want to bring them together and just
Yeah,
Get a good, strong
Yeah.
community
absolutely.
going.
So,
arts of any kind.
Yeah.
absolutely. So if
Awesome.
all of that stuff, definitely email him if you have any submissions and stuff like that. It is at
it's FrankieFrancescoR@gmail.com. And then also for the promo video, it shows everybody who's going to be a part of Art Therapy Night. So all the performers and all that. It's a lot to go
Yeah.
over it.
Yeah.
So it shows them all.
December
on the-
21st.
Yeah,
Yes.
it was at the
It'll be
beginning.
All that
at the
information there is good.
absolutely
Awesome. So you're in Vegas, come check it out. Saturday,
gonna be so fun.
21st. It's going to be a lot of fun. Just to come see people, drink, have fun, hang out. See all the creativity that's expressed by many different people.
Absolutely.
And your first hosting.
Oh yeah, I am going to be co-hosting with Ayanka. So I did forget to mention that. I don't know why, but yeah, this is that's probably why I was like, if you want to reach out to me,
Co-hosting,
yeah, I will be
yay.
co-hosting, and events after that, I will be hosting
Yeah.
for therapy. So yeah,
Awesome.
absolutely.
Cool. Awesome. And because you're a guest on our show, we ask all of our guests, not right away, but to think of a song. It can be any kind of song that represents you or gets you going in the morning. It just really invigorates you, inspires you. But we add it to our Rocket Triplex Radio Spotify playlist.
Masturbation song.
You want a masturbation song?
If you want to
I
add a
mean-
masturbation song, feel free. But it's
think there's
all
several of them.
I think there are several of them. But it can be any genre. We have hard rock, we have opera, we have rap. I mean, just all kinds.
Okay.
So while you're thinking, or I'll give you something to think
Or,
I know what I
about.
want.
Wow, that was quick. For inspiration
I had
or
it
for
between
mass?
two. I had it between
Me
the
too.
one, but I'm gonna do the other one.
So, if you subscribe to Spotify, you can follow Rocket Triple X Radio playlist and check out SoundCloud, all of our previous episodes, and of course, watch YouTube. Follow us on YouTube, all sorts of good stuff. And every Tuesday, Las Vegas Gamers at the Phoenix.
Come see us.
Yay! I'm usually there also. Come say hi. You get a free sample of Spunk Lube. I might be in a costume. I try and sometimes tie with Yanka's costume if she has a theme. So I was a Pokeball one time. That was so fun.
And we try to like work the video games into what like she's gonna be doing
Yeah.
too, or like when the new Pokemon game was coming
Yep.
out, like it was a whole Pokemon night,
Shield
and
and
then
Sword,
we did like
that was awesome.
it was Super Smash Brothers, but you could only play Pokemon,
yeah.
and there were Pokeballs as well.
Hell
Gotta catch 'em all.
But we switch up the games every week. Like
Yeah,
if
they
you don't
have
wanna
all
play
kinds of
Smash, that's
games.
fine. We got all kinds of other games too.
It's super fun.
We've played Tetris. Like
Yes.
we
He
have had a
loves that
tournament based
game.
around Tetris. Like we will have a game for you.
Yes.
Just look out for it.
Yeah.
Be around.
Yeah, it's cool. It's a fun place to hang out. It's just meet new people. Awesome. All right, give a quick shout out to our sponsors again because we wouldn't be here without them. DemonSeedRadioNetwork.com. Check it out. Lots of great shows, all sorts of good entertainment. And then we can follow us, Rocket Triple X Radio. Lots of fun stuff. Check out our previous episodes again on SoundCloud. And then just say hi to Mike. Ask questions of him and his team. Very knowledgeable. xtaxpros.com. Check out the website. He can even help you with past returns, finding money that you didn't know was there. So feel free, ask him questions at xtaxpros.com. And then, all that money you saved, check out spunklube.com. Several varieties for your pleasures, needs, what have you, whatever kinky fun you want to get up to. Spunklube.com can help you with those toys and fantasies. And then after that, you're going to hit up Jesse Ray's Barbecue because you'll work up an appetite playing all that fun, naughty stuff. Jesse Ray's Barbecue here in town. Check out their website for their menu. Come enjoy the food. And they're very close to the Raider Stadium. So lots of good food, catch a game, all that good stuff. And of course, you might have a craving for a sweet delectable treat. Check out Pink Box Donuts. There's 3 locations here, and they're open 24 hours. So anytime you have a craving for a donut or a donut hole, cream-filled, jelly-filled, crumb donut, whatever. Crumb-filled or crumb donut. I don't know.
Not a cum donut.
Not a crumb donut, but, some of that Bavarian cream kind of looks whitish or whatever. It's very good. It's delicious. The unicorn donuts also are very cute. But check out Pink Box Donuts. They'll have a little sweet treat to satisfy your taste buds. And then go to the green door, live out your fantasy, talk to the staff. They can help you arrange it. It's a lot of fun, even if you just want to watch, get your thing on. Check out Green Door in Las Vegas. 18,000 square feet of play space for your enjoyment. It's awesome. And then again, just to recap, Saturday the 21st, come check out Art Therapy Night with Therapy Zine. Lots of cool stuff. Great cause, fundraiser. Check out all the artwork, creativity. Check out their links and their bios, all that good stuff. That will be on our website also. A lot of fun at the Phoenix Saturday, 8 p.m. to whenever.
Whenever.
8 p.m. till late.
Yeah, till
till
late, because it'll be so much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Say goodnight, Gracie.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye, you guys.
Bye.
Mwah.